G'day D-Live and welcome back to the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Oh, my phone fell off the sand. My phone fell off the bench into the sand. Funnily enough, it did that a second ago. Welcome back to the Gives a Minute D-Live stream for a Friday afternoon affair. It has just gone approximately, I guess it's about 4:12 in the PM for me. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, good evening to you, whatever the time it is. Wherever you're consuming this content, you're always welcome right here on the Gives a Minute D-Live stream. Let me just put you down and verify that the stream is running because, oh crikey, my phone fell in the sand. Ah, it is running. Now, do we have audio? We got sand everywhere. Shit. Do we have audio? We do have audio. Okay, everything's cool. All right, good. I got a couple of processes I got to go through at the beginning of each stream, and one of them is to remind myself to do something, and I did it this time, so we're good. In the chit chat von Lupenstein. You were talking about, yeah, so James, so there was a little issue there where I couldn't, well, I went live, but I wasn't live. So that was a Restream issue. Restream just kept saying, sending data, sending data, sending data. It was saying it was online for the YouTube, the Trovo, the Twitch, the Facebooks, but it was saying sending data to D-Live, and I kept checking the D-Live, and we weren't live. So I just reset everything, started again. How's the exposure? Looks good? Okay, cool, cool. So that's why you would have seen like a strange, and by the way, those watching on the Restream, like the YouTubes and the Facebooks, you would have been like, huh? What happened? False start is what happened. Well, we're all good now. James in Germany. Okay, now live. Morgan James in Germany. Net TV's in the house. James in Germany. Giggle Pickles. Bob. Hello, Bob. Thank you for the lemon. Bob. Audio is good here, Gives. Thank you, Giggle Pickles. Audio and sand check. Audio and sand check. And you know what the funny thing is? Actually, that could probably go up exposure to there. Probably a little better. The funny thing is, I'd already did take one of the beginning of the stream, and I shit you not, the same thing that happened, quite literally the same way that my phone fell into the sand, happened on the other take as well. And you'd think I'd learn from that, right? But I didn't. Take it handy. Yo, what an amazing time to join. Hello, Take It Handy. Hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, welcome, man. Good timing. So this is going to be a, well, it's going to be an IRL stream. We're going to take a wander. We're going to go up the beach. We're going to hit, there's another bench further along. I want to hit that just for a bit. We'll sit for a while. We're basically keeping an eye on the Sonne in der Himmel, and it's going to set in the west, which is not surprisingly that way. This is east. This is the east coast of Australia. Over that way is New Zealand. Yo, Grimsky! And if you could yell loud enough, Grimsky would be able to hear us, but that's New Zealand, that's north, that's west. We're gonna walk northbound up the beach. We're gonna cut back in up a little track. We're gonna sit on a bench for a bit there, have a bit of a chill. We've been there before a few times. We're gonna cut through suburbia, a couple of streets. Then I'm thinking, we normally don't do this. We normally don't cut through, there's like an oval or a sports field, and you can cut through it. Then you can walk through the bush, which would be pretty cool, right? Take you guys through the Aussie bush. Maybe we'll see a dead dingo. And basically we're trying to wind up at Crookhaven Heads for a sunset, and I've got two ice cold long necks, King Brown's fifths of homebrew beer. They're on ice right now, and they are gonna be fantastic as the sun sets. That's the plan. Once we get there, we're just gonna kick back, chill, relax, enjoy ourselves. What is that shadow on my, is that the shadow of my microphone? That can't be the case. Oh, that's the shadow of my, ah, you really are silly. So, JD Max in the house with the lemon. Thank you, JD Max, appreciate you, man. So anybody, by the way, anybody that's watching on the other platforms, maybe you're watching on Facebook thinking, hey, this guy Gives a Minute, Benon, you know who I am. If you're on my personal Facebook, you'd know me. Maybe you're on my Gives a Minute Facebook, maybe you're on my photography Facebook. You're thinking, what's going on here? Well, if you want to partake in this shizzle, you're going to have to come over to dlive.tv, put the slash, then the word Gives a Minute. That's where we're going to have this stream. I'm actually going to restream this the whole time. I've kind of made a decision about restreaming, and it's based on not really caring. So I don't really care what happens to my Facebook or to my Twitch or Trovo or to my YouTube. Well, I care a little more to the YouTube, but I used to have this real concern that you shouldn't restream because it's like, it's kind of you're trying to grab an audience in all these places. But what I'm trying to do, it's not quite that. I'm trying to get the audience and bring them all over to DLive, because the only chat I'm going to be looking at during this stream is the DLive chat. So if you've got something on your mind and you want to talk to me and you're on YouTube and you're putting it in the chat and you're thinking, why is this dick not even responding? I'm not even seeing it. I'm not even seeing it. So don't worry about that chat. Come over to dlive.tv. Bam, we'll have a good time. We'll all get along nicely. Take it with Hendy. I'm firing up the oven for a cheeky Chinese meal. Oh, that sounds rad, dude. A cheeky Chinese meal. Nothing cheeky about that, is there? Well, you could just have a Chinese meal. So that's the plan. Other than that, I don't really have... Oh, I wanted to ask you guys. Because I'm not looking at DLive, I'm only looking at my channel. If you see me on the homepage, please let me know. Like if I get on... No, hang on. Carousel. I'm not talking about, oh, you're on the homepage, dude, just scroll down, you're there. I'm not saying that. If you see me on the carousel of love, let me know, because I'm intrigued to see if mature tag IRL stream still keeps you off. We know that mature tag chatting definitely does. Let's see how bad the bug is. If it's mature IRL, that also keeps you off. We know that cryptocurrency, not M-tagged, doesn't keep you off. We got back up there yesterday. By the way, I bought the Bitcoin. Little. If anybody wants to know, I did buy. So I got. Are we going to do a bit of crypto? Maybe we'll do a bit of crypto when we get to the first location, right? We don't want to blow our steam already. By the way, I got a little YouTube video coming out probably during this stream. Actually, I think I set it for 6 p.m. What time's sunset? Actually, can somebody in Australia? Oh, I could probably check here. Probably check just by looking. It's gonna. I reckon the sunset's around about 7:30, maybe 20 to 8 or something. Oh well, no, hang on. We're in autumn. We're moving. It's gonna be early. I reckon the sunset's about. I'm gonna say 20 past 7. Somebody in Australia can find out for me. Let me know. Giggle Pickles. I enjoyed our live chat yesterday, Gibbs. Yeah, cheers for calling in. I appreciate you calling in. Very I mean, a religion can always be controversial, but I think the best way to handle it is to be, as you suggested, just be open about it, be open-minded, and, you know, accept that other people may have a differing of opinion. That's probably pretty critical. Now, I can see by looking at this stream that we're not horizontally aligned. I need Hendrik to tell me you're not level. Doesn't matter. We're not going to sit here for too much longer. We're gonna mosey on down. But just also a heads up, when we do start moseying, there will be well, sometimes there is, doesn't always happen, but there will possibly be an area in the first short while where we get a little hazy, a little sketchy, a little scattered. That's the 4G signals not quite making it. I don't know why, it's just this little gully area here. You can't see, I can just show you. This little gully right here. We're gonna walk down here. We're going to go around through the bushes there and back out onto the beach, and it's just this little bit just here. For some weird reason, I don't even know why there's that bit, but that's the bit that just says, okay, nah, no signal here. Everywhere else, fine, but just in that little bit there, it's like, so once we get back out onto the sand, it's fine. And we probably won't go along this beach. We probably will only go two streets worth, because there is strangely enough, it's a northeasterly, but it's supposed to be just an easterly, so it should be coming straight here, hitting, but it's actually coming from the northeast, and so that's not pleasant to walk into. But you won't notice, but I'll notice it, because I'm going to be doing the walking, unless you want to come and walk with me. So that's the plan. I planned it. And I will keep stopping and chit-chatting, mainly to, you know, I guess the best thing about IRL is that you can stop and kick back and relax. Like, I don't want to just be always walking. It's hard to carry everything and engage the chit-chat as well. So I want to stop and pause and, you know, chew the fat, talk about the shiz, So with that said, let's start walking, I suppose. Let me grab my ting tongs. Got these little suckers here. I'm going to put them in my pocket. Probably can go in here, right? Oh yeah. How's he? I usually put them in my back pockets, but they risk falling out. Let's put them in here. Oh no. I need my pocket for the chat sometimes. Okay. Well, I'll put it in my back. Actually, this pair of shorts, these are rad. These got real deep pockets. Okay. Okay, that works. That works, and I'm going to keep refreshing my browser and making certain I'm not missing anything. Hello to everybody, by the way. Thanks for swinging by. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, we'll keep on moving. Well, we'll start moving. Let me grab my big pick. My streaming big pick, which is extremely heavy right now because of the homies. But they'll come into their own when we get to the sunset location. All right. Okay, that's cozy. I'll wrap this up a little. Put this in here a little. And one other thing we've got to do before we roll is just to adjust the camera angel. Actually, let's just do a twisty. Twist one up. Actually, that angel's not too bad. I'm going to leave that angel. All right, let's roll. Let's roll skis. You don't want to walk in sand with thongs on, but you want to have the thongs later on. That's the dilemma. So get ready for. Actually, that is going to need to be a little bit. Let me just do that now. Whee! A little bit down. That's better. Yeah. Okay, that's better. Get ready for psychedelica. It's going to happen. Well, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen pretty much. Sort of right about now, I guess. If it's gonna go down, it's gonna go down about now. So just bear that in mind. It won't last forever. You should still be able to hear me, even though the vision will be a little bit sketch, and it should be pretty much. Should be back to normal now. It's cheeky because it's nearly 6 a.m. and I have not slept yet. Oh crikey, that is a cheeky Chinese dinner, man. Holy crap, what are you doing up so late? And here we are onto the beach. Oh yeah, we did get a bit of psychedelia. Okay, it's weird how it's that little spot. It's really weird. There it goes, right, it happened there. So strange, hey, like it's literally like the space of about 3 meters where we get psychedelica. And then it disappears, then it goes back to normal. Yeah, it's strange. Anybody that knows things, I got spider webs on my camera. Anybody that knows things knows why that is, let me know. Yeah, very strange. Actually, I might change the exposure a little here. There we go. You got a wind on your back as well, which is pretty hideous. Right in my face. A lot of scum on the sand here too from the hectic storms we've just had. Right, we had a lot of flooding and storm activity. And you see this. I'll show you the scum. Check this scum out. You see how you scum. This is a combination of vegetation, freshwater vegetation. Yeah. That's what that is. People think it's, people often say it's pollution. It's not pollution. It's just a combination of a few things, like fresh water mixing with salt water, mixing with like dirt, soil, decaying vegetation and whatnot. Rob Mack, 7 p.m. sunset. But give me the actual time. I'm calling it 20 past. Let's go down to the minute. I'm calling it. I'm saying sunset's going to be at 7:22 p.m. on the nozzle. Give me the jizzle. What it is it? I reckon it's 22 past 7 sunset tonight. Given the sun are up there. So we got our bench coming up where we're going to sit for a little while skis and chill skis. Woo. $7 p.m. on the dot. Oh, really? Really? Oh, wow. Oh, what? I've never known a sunset to be that precise. That's a German sun. That's the Sonne for sure. It's gonna set so at 7 p.m., not 6:59, not 7:01, at 7:00, the sun is gonna be out of the sky. That's a classic. We'll keep an eye on that. Actually, you guys will. I'll be sitting behind with my back to it, enjoying the sweet, sweet homebrew. That's funny though, I've never known a sunset to be bang on schedule like that. It's almost military sunset. Look at all this scum. You see how you scum. It's kind of strange because when I surfed this morning, there was none of this scum. It was pretty clear actually. It's like this is just coming this afternoon. So what's been crack-a-lackin'? Did you guys watch the Justin Sun stream? Wow. I mean, I know he's the owner of our platform and all, but his live stream is bunk. So bad quality. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Not a lot of D-Live talk in there either. It was a bit of a shame, I know. You know, he's like, I know he's got a lot of things on his plate, but it'd be nice to know one of them is D-Live. You know, the love, it needs to, yeah, I don't know. Giggle Pickles, you missed me on BK Johnson's Best of 5 on D-Live tonight. Oh, that's his game show, yeah. How did you do, Giggles? How'd you go? So we're gonna be heading up, I guess, it's just up here, isn't it? Or is it there? Where is it? There's a bench. I think it's on this next ledge. There's a bench in the sand which we're going to park up on. I can't quite remember where it is though. I think it's on that one. Yeah, we'll go up there and we'll chill. We'll chill for a bit up there. It's going to happen at 7 p.m. and 29 seconds. They can pull it at the second? What an age we live in. They can predict the sunset down to the second. That's crazy talk. I'm not enjoying the wind in my face. That's why I just turned around a little. I'm glad we're only walking, there's the bench. Look at it, was hiding. Yeah, we're gonna go up there and park. That's incredible, 7 p.m. and 29 seconds. Such precision weathering. The weatherman never gets it wrong. Is that the weatherman? That's not the weatherman, is it? They don't do the sunsets. Or do they? No, they do the clouds and the temperature and stuff. Well, the sun's directly responsible for that. So we're going up this incline. We're gonna park up on Yeehaw Bench. Oh, it looks like it's moved. Oh no, that's the same. All right, let me put you yahoos down. Put you down first, like this. And backpack will come off. And that'll sit there. Ting-tongs for later. And we'll just chill out here for a while. Just chill here for a bit, have some fun ski. Whoa! This has moved, for sure. This has moved. The bench never used to be this kind of leaning. What are we on there? 16. I'm going to go back to 2000. that's better. Yeah, that's better. Is Hendrik around? Hendrik, are we level? Or I kind of like that as Hendrik's thing, hey? Are we level? Levels, Jerry. I'm surprised there's not more crew on the beach, being a Friday evening. I guess it's pretty hideously windy. By the way, it ain't meant to be this windy. Actually, that's a nor'easterly. It might not be great where we're going to go. It's supposed to be from the east. Oh well, it is what it is. Got a caterpillar on my arm. Ah. Cream Lips, how you doing, Creamskis? That ain't Galveston. Galveston, where's Galveston? Should I know Galveston? What's Galveston? How you doing, by the way? Doing a little IRL ski here. Gonna have some beer and a sunset style. We're just pausing here for a moment. I kind of want to get this a little further back, if I'm being honest. That's not much further, but it's a little difference. Yeah, we're just gonna chill here for a bit. I'm not really enjoying the way the wind's hitting my face, pushing my hair back. It's making me feel, you know, I've got a massive forehead, and I like to sort of protect it a little, protect the hideousness. When that wind just pushes, it's like there's no protecting the hideousness then. It's an island off the coast of Houston. Oh, okay. Okay. No, well that's not here. No, we're geographically nowhere near there. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I got a bag with 2 homebrews in it. So that's a fifth. The bottle is a fifth of an ounce. That's what you guys measured. That's a fifth of an ounce, right? Or 5 ounces. 5 ounce. A 5 ounce. No, a fifth. Anyway, in Australia we don't call it that. I'm trying to globalize it. We call it a long neck. That's kind of strange, but that's what we call it. It's got a longer neck than smaller beer bottles. Hey, I never said Australians weren't wacky, right? So we got it well, either a long neck or a King Brown. They call it a King Brown in Perth. I've got 2 of them, homebrew, and the sun's going to be setting in the west. We're going to walk through kind of a bit of suburbia, and then we're going to walk through a bit of bushland, which should be pretty rad. Good on ya. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, man. Thank you, dude. Thank you. This will be really nice here with no wind, because it's a great, look at the view we've got here. Like when you look from where I'm sitting, so the bench, whoopsie. The bench is where we got our ass packed, sitting right here. But when you look from this spot, look at this, turn around. Bam! Nice vista all the way up to Crookhaven Heads, which is the surf break, and all the way back down. Yeah. Imagine, yeah, this would be the spot just to sit here when there's no wind at all. It'd be super, super chilled. But it is what it is, and what it is what it is. When it's like it is what it is. I can't change what it is, you know? Harbour, how you doing, man? I can't tell if a song is gonna play or soon. Nah. But this is the same beach where I do all those, but this isn't one of those, man. But I appreciate you letting me know that. You thought it's gonna be a slightly random daily song? It's like, this is Gibbs doing a live. Should I tell you about a band? Rockpalast is a German live-to-air music show that Tracer performed on with the Delta Saints back in 2011. You know that story already, though. Suki Smackhouse, hello Benon, how are you, mate? Cheers. I'm well, Suki, I'm well. How are you going? Good to see you, happy times. Welcome to the stream. This is where you surf, it looks awesome. Yes, it is. This is where I surf. Hey, Suki with the ice cream. My Eunice, wow! Thank you, Suki, appreciate that. Yeah, I surf the northern point, the Crookhaven Heads. Yeah, this is the beach, but I surf the northern point. Well, actually, it depends on what the conditions are, like what the wind's doing. Well, the wind kind of can change everything, but it depends on where the swell's coming from, what the wind's doing. It's quite nice this morning. Are there great whites lurking? Yeah, there's great whites here. Yeah, for sure. I mean, technically they're everywhere, certainly along this coast, 100%, but I mean, you'd have to be pretty unlucky. You'd have to be like majorly unlucky to have an encounter. Although I was talking to Richard the other day and he was saying that he fishes just up off the very point of Crookhaven Heads, and he said he pulled in 2 sharks up there, one of them a baby great white and a bull shark. But then again, I mean, fishing, you can't really, I don't think you can say just because someone caught a shark fishing that you're going to get attacked while surfing. Those two things don't correlate. First of all, you're baiting to catch a fish. Maybe you're not baiting to catch a shark, but you're baiting to catch a fish. Whereas surfing, you're not baiting for anything. And it's usually, well, this is what they say, it's usually a case of mistaken identity when a shark attacks a human. I mean, so what if it doesn't matter what the intention, you wind up dead. So scary. I mean, it is definitely a factor, and I wear a metallic, it's called a shark bands, B-A-N-Z, bands, shark bands. I wear one on my left ankle and one on my right wrist, and it's pretty speculative. Like, people have done tests where it literally doesn't do jack shit to a shark. People have done tests where it totally it sets out a magnetic field into the water. And obviously 2 is better than 1, so you put one on the furthest point where your arm is, and then one on the furthest point where your leg is, and therefore you're extending out a big circle of electromagnetism sharks don't like. But if you search it on YouTube, you will see dudes literally getting, like, there's a guy that gets an anchor or something that he can put to the bottom of the ocean, and he ties bait around it, and he puts a shark band on it, and he puts it in the water, and the sharks just come up and eat the bait. So either they're super hungry and they don't care, or it doesn't quite work the way they say it does. There's also a report of a kid, literally the first time he used it, he was surfing, I think it was in America. Yeah, I think it was in California. He was surfing, and he, only in the whitewater, not even in the depths, like in the whitewater, and he jumped off his board and landed on a shark. Like, literally landed on a shark. Like, jumped, like, just fell and jumped and wobbled off and then put his feet down, and he landed on a shark which bit him. And they were complaining about, I was wearing shark bands. It's like, dude, it's not like your fault or anything, but you actually jumped onto the shark, and the shark defended itself like any other animal would. It may not have liked the shark band. It might have been like, oh, this is magnetic crap, blah, 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 but it still replied in any defensive state. So scary. Yeah, I don't think about it much. I mean, I do think about it, but I don't think about it. If you start thinking about it, it will 100% eat you up. Like, you'll be waiting for a wave, and if you're thinking about sharks, you will swear you see one. You'll be like, oh shit, what's that? And then there'll be just even like movement of water, and you might hear it out of the corner. Like, you might be looking up there and you'll hear it, and you'll be like, what's that? What was that? What was that? If you start thinking that way. But if you don't think about it, it's definitely better on your body if you don't think about it. Mind you, there are instances where oh shit, I've just completely lost my train of thought. There are instances where thinking about it, no, that's not what's going to say. That just, whatever I was going to say then I completely lost. I'll probably remember again later. I've heard that sharks, this is 13 Arbor speaking, I've heard that sharks sense electric pulses from your muscles. Yeah, that's right, that's how they identify movement in water as well. So that theory is sound. Go and search it, man. Like, you will see dudes that are literally proving it work 100% it's working, and then you'll see dudes 100% proving it's not working. For me, I wear them because there's no battery in it. It's not like you got to charge anything up. It's just literally you put it on your wrist. It's like wearing a watch. You attach it to your wrist and your ankle and your wrist. Then you forget about it, and like it doesn't affect my GoPros, doesn't affect my cameras or anything. It's like peace of mind, I suppose. I tell you what, I'm not enjoying this here because of the wind. I'm gonna skedaddle out of here. Let's get out of here. That wind's hideous. It's really blowing right in my face. Let's put these back. You know what also sucks? Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Someone's had a hot one down here and they've just gone, I love this beautiful land. Now I'm not going to pick that up. What am I going to do? Carry that with me? No, I'll make a point on an online stream about it instead. What am I doing? I'm going to put these on. All right, big pick. You first. The big pick has to go up first. What's going on here? How come that's underneath that? Okay. Okay. Why'd you go under there? Okay. Stay up there. Oh shit, am I about to leave and there's been a triple give? Rob Mac! A triple freaking give? Shit, I missed it! Rob Mac, the diamond, the ice cream, the lemon. I can give you a triple give here, Rob Mac. How am I going to do this? Hey, my iPhone's not charging all of a sudden. That sucks to hear.
Jesus. Bees, ease, cheese, ease, knees, leases, keys, ways, teas, bees,
appreciate you, dude.
Bees, meat, lands, water beans.
Have you seen one up close? I have. I've snorkeled right up close to a grey nurse. I don't do that. It's downright disgraceful. Yeah, giggle, right? It is. Like they come out here, they hang out. Oh, look at the beautiful view. It's beautiful. Yeah, great place to have a cigarette. I'm done with this. It's lazy. It's lousy. It's littering. It sucks. People can't take them anywhere. What did Nick Cave say? People just ain't no good. Let's put this in here for a bit. Don't need that much cord. And you come with me. Oh, we definitely got to adjust the angel here now. We totally tweaked that. Let me just adjust this shizzle. Is that an upside angle for you? Shizzle manizzle. Let me just see that. Yeah, that's better. All right. All right, let's roll. Let's get out of this wind tunnel. Too much wind, too much hideousness. And this should be stopping the wind straight away as we get through here. But also there may be a little sketchy area here. It's been sketchy once here from memory. I smoke, but I was taught to flick the cherry out and stick the butt in my pocket and hold it till I can throw it away. Yeah, I mean, I've heard smokers say, yeah, but it's biodegradable, man. It's just paper and like, it's just paper and the filter. That's all that bit is. Hang on a second. And that's true. Like, that's true. It is biodegradable, but there's just so much of it. I don't know how long it takes to biodegrade, but there's just so much smoking and so many people doing it. It's just filthy. Look at this. Spider webs. This could be a little sketchy here. I'll get out of this area pretty quick in case we lose signal. This is another sort of theoretically the same kind of space. It's a little down, a little low. We'll just get back up on the hillside here and we should be good. Ah, June Girl with a host. Hey, thanks for hosting, June Girl. Hope you're doing fine. We're just cruising back up here. Where is your damn mask? We got no COVID here, dude. We haven't had COVID here for ages. We got no mask required. No, we don't need a mask here, dude. Not at all. We haven't needed a mask since... I haven't worn a mask since March. No, not March. I mean last year. Since... Man. When did I get tested? Okay, here we are anyway, folks. Suburbia. Magpie. We're going to cruise down this street, which will get us back towards west. No shit. Dog shit. Actually, that's not dog shit. That's a bottle brush. Yeah, mask. Nah, dude, we don't need a mask. I got to work on my phone though. I'm not getting a charge for some weird reason. I'm not getting a charge. Let me just see if I can fix that. Now, should have done that up there. I gotta, like, this connection. Could this be the end of my iPhone 7 Plus? I've had it for 700 million years. Is this how it ends? You just can't get a charge anymore? It's just not charging. Okay, that made a noise at least. Filters take 18 months to 10 years to biodegrade. Is that right? Crikey. Well, there goes that theory. It's okay, man, it's biodegradable. You're right, it is biodegradable, but it takes 10 years. I gotta sit on this bench for 10 years amongst your filth. You see? You see? Now my hair's all hideous too. Big forehead. iPhone 8, cream lips. Cheers, man, you and I, old school, right? I want to hang on it. I don't mind this phone. I got nothing wrong with this phone as long as it gets a charge, which it's not right now. June Gal, hello, beautiful souls. Hello, June Gal. Thank you for the hosty host. Hello, June. So is uranium. This guy's got a lovely house, hey? Look at this beautiful lawn. Got Walter White at the front here. Gonna cook. Maybe need the upgrade or a new battery. I did that with my iPhone 6, but finally got, yeah, you got the new one just recently, didn't you, James? Yeah, I know. I mean, look, I'm earning I'm earning sweat coin right now as we walk, but the idea with the sweat coin was either to spend that money on a new phone or a watch, or buy Bitcoin. I'm really going for the crypto stuff right now. I'm amazed at how rad this whole crypto thing is. Like, it's really got me interested. I'm not gonna lie. Really intrigued on how it all works and how it all plays and how the whole situation works. Cryptocurrency. So we are going to take a right here. Take a right. We're going to cruise along. We're going to cruise along up here. And then we're going to cut through the park, I think. That's my plan. I think I'm going to do that anyway. Well, we'll work it out as we go. That's the beauty of these IRL streams. I like just kind of punking it and doing whatever we damn well please. Just want to get away from the wind, to be completely frank. And the longer we walk, the further away the beer is. So I want to sort of crack the beer pretty soon. One night show us the Southern Cross on an IRL stream. Now, how could we do that? See, arguably I could do that because this camera, the GH5, as long as it's outputting the HDMI source, which it will do even in camera mode, like still camera mode, I could theoretically put on a real slow, like I could put this on a tripod, point it at the Southern Cross one time when we're camping, and just put it in camera mode. Now you would lose audio, you wouldn't hear me speaking, but you would get I've never done it, but I'd love to try it. You would be able to get the image off the sensor straight down the HDMI pipe into the live view solo, and if we set the shutter speed slow enough, you'd see the Southern Cross. Yeah, that'd be cool to try actually. It's a good idea. I'd never thought about doing that. I put the chat in my pocket for a bit, swap hands with the swap hands. Gets a little hard to hold too long, so I'll just swap it out for a bit. But oh, this is the sign here. This is not where we're going. That's not where we're going. But that's the sign point. You could go that way to Orient Point, but we're going to head this way to Crookhaven Heads. But there won't be a sign for Crookhaven Heads. There won't be a sign for Crookhaven Heads. But we might even cut through the bush. You want to go through the bushland instead of... Are you happy to walk along a path like this? Or do you want to hit the bushland instead? I'm kind of thinking the bushland would be fun. We haven't done that before, actually. I can grab my phone out now again. That'd be amazing. Yeah, that actually would... I got no reason to believe why that wouldn't work either, because as long as the sensor puts out the signal and the HDMI output feeds it out, then that just goes into the live view solo. So it should, in theory it should work. I'd like to see some of the wildlife. Bush trekking would be cool. Okay, let's go through the bush then. It's not a very long hike through the bush, but we'll just head through there, and I kind of like going through there actually. And it pops out pretty much at the top of the spot we need to go to. If Hendrik was here, he'd know the spot. Haven't seen it since '93. The Southern Cross, you've not seen the Southern Cross since '93. Yeah, okay. Hello.
Hi.
How far north, or how far south for you, in the Northern Hemisphere, how far south do you have to go until you start to see it? I mean, it's not just Australia, right? You probably see it in Japan and some of Malaysia, I guess. Oh, that wind is it's supposed to be super light, that wind. It's heavy. And I got a bit of a wobble going on there. What are we at? Oh, we've gone back up to 2,000. Let's go down to 1,600. So we're going to cut through here, folks. This is the sports field. So we're going to cut through here. There's always crap down here though, and I slip on this shiz because I walk through here, fitness style. I kind of want to see a toilet flush. Oh, you want to see the toilet flush to see the other way it goes, right? Well, arguably there may be one up here on the sports field. No, there's not. Oh, there is. There's one over there, but it's going to be locked. Yeah, you're right. No, I'm right. No, you're right. No, we're right. You're okay. From the aircraft carrier halfway between Africa and Perth. That's the furthest you've got to be. Is that right? Africa and Perth. Wow. So that's the same latitude, or no? Africa's slightly higher, isn't it? Or is longitude the one that goes horizontal? So, epic toilet flush stream party celebrating. I'm coming up to 2 years on D-Live in April. What's the date? April 14, I think. Now we're going to walk through here we are, Crookhaven Park sports fields. No alcohol from 10 PM to 8 AM. It's kind of strange. No camping ever, no littering, no vehicles, no fires, no trail bikes, no playing golf. No glassware. All the rules, Australia, huh? gonna be wet though because of the rain. Yeah, I'm coming up to 2 years on D-Live, folks, in April 15. Oh, no, that's my sister's birthday, April 16. It's either April 14 or April 16. It's one day aside from my sister's birthday. I don't know what I'm gonna do, party-wise. Toilet stream flush? Can you imagine? Super, super, super slow motion toilet flush stream. Just the flushing of the toilet. Now, this is where I thought there might have been some bathrooms, which there are, but they're closed. And I'm still not getting a charge here on my phone. It kills me. That's a nice pitch. Now, pitch or field? Had this discussion with somebody once. It's a soccer pitch or it's a soccer field. What is it? Because they call these an oval, but they're not oval shaped. Oval is a shape, right? The Culburra Dolphins, mate. Could it be my cable that's busted? Maybe it's just the cable. Soccer pitch. Now we've definitely lost a bit of light here because we've come into darker terrain, so I'll just crank that up a little. We're going to be going into the woods here, so we're going to lose light. So, yeah, here we go. You're going to be 60 in April, June gal. Oh, well, congratulations on the big 6-0. I'm 15 years behind you, 45, 55, yeah, 16, 15 years. We say soccer field in Canada. Soccer field, yeah, right. But it's a pitch. I've heard it on the, you guys probably can't see that big spider web right in front of the camera. Are we still, oh, we're still too dark. Oh, crikey, sorry folks, let me, you should have told me we were that dark. That's really dark. Snakes? Oh yeah, dude, hell yeah, snakes. Hell yeah. In fact, I got a photo, I'll show you when we park up, I'll show you. I found, I've never seen this before, and any Australians also, are we going to be good there with light? Any Australians, let me know if you've ever seen a baby red belly black snake. I saw a squashed one, I took a photo of it. Actually, it might even still be there. I'll show it to you if it's still there, because it's actually where we're going. I've never seen a baby, like it was only like a foot long. A baby red belly black snake flattened on the road, unfortunately. But yeah, there's gonna be heaps of snakes here, man. I mean, right now it's kind of entering into the evening, so snakes not really an issue, but spider webs though, all over the road. That means no one's been down here for a while, or at least for a day. You look great for your age, Gibbs. Thanks, 13 Arbor. Thanks, man. I mean, I look after myself. It's like, you might say, dude, we see you drinking the Jack all the time. We see you sitting there drinking homebrews. But I also do the fitness. I level it myself. Oh, look at this spider web. Oh my goodness. Who wanted to see nature? Dudes, how are we gonna give you the best angle of this? First of all, let's get underneath it. This is why we're not doing this walk at night. I don't know if you can see them, but there is a almighty spider right there. Hope you can see that. Big ass bush spider, Southern Cross spider they call that. LHT celebrating a 2-month sub streak. LHT. Oh shit, I gotta keep an eye ahead, man. There's spider webs everywhere. Look at this guy. Right here. I'll have to duck underneath this one. Oh shit. LHT, thanks for the sub streak. Just give me a heads up here. I'm gonna keep my eyes on the road here as well as the stream. And I'm walking particularly slowly. There's one right in front of me. I would have got that. Okay. Oh shit, there's one right here. There's too many spider webs. There is heaps of them here. Okay. I'm glad we didn't do this. I'm glad we decided to do this now and not... Got me right on the face. I'm glad we're doing this now and not coming back. I'm not walking back through here tonight. There'll be fresh spider webs and the spiders will be in them. Bang! Okay. Is there a bit of, no, that's on mine. Auntie June. Auntie June. June Girl is Auntie June. That's kind of sweet. Put you down to there. You got me right in the face. Make sure to clip stuff too, folks. If you see something strange happen, something funny happen, clip that shit. Look, okay, okay, we'll be able to film this. So this is a bush spider. I'm going to... There's one on my microphone. Get him off. I'm going to get you into a nice angle here so you can see this guy. How are we going to do this? Okay, I think that... I'm going to just check this out myself. I think you might be able to see it if I zoom in. It's going to be hard to see. Let me just see if I can focus properly on that sucker. It's going to be hard for you to see. Let me go to manual focus. Wait a second. Go to manual focus. Okay, that's better. Almost. Not wrong way, dude. He's also moving towards me because of the wind. Okay, so there we go. Can't quite get it. That's a pretty nice spider. Also, I probably should put the ISO up. There you go, that's better. So you got that? Let me just go back to that focus again. You wanted some wildlife? There it is. Big one. And that's on the path pretty much just where I'm about to walk, or where I have walked. So let's leave this guy alone. This is, you probably can't see, but this is his web going up here. So if I touch that, he'll go apeshit. So I don't want to touch that. So we'll go underneath it. And we'll just get across to here. There's another one. Look at this. Look at the size of this one up here. You probably can't see that, but there's one in the gap up there. He's a big guy. All right, so we're clear here. Okay, so we're clear. So what you're seeing there, I got to turn this around now. What you're seeing there is the aftermath of a lot of rain. Like, spiders come out after the rain and they need to feed. So they have probably not fed for quite some time. See, I got no charge on my phone. This kills me. Let me just fix this up. If I didn't have this plugged in, which I don't most of the time, my phone will just die. Oh, we also got to go back to... oh, we're on autofocus. I got to fix the focus point then. Hold on a second, folks. Let me fix this shiz. Let me fix this shiz. That's the focus point we need. Okay, cool. And there's a spider on my freaking lens now. Classic. Okay, we're good. We're good to roll. But yeah, after rain like this, we've had, like, you know, it's been flooding in this country, lots of heavy downpours. The spiders come out and they haven't eaten for so long. So they're in force right now. Speaking of water, we're going to have a hard time getting past this. I didn't expect there to be this much water here. I knew that there'd be some water, but that's a lot of water. So, what are we going to do? Oh, more spiders! Almost walked into this. Okay, I've got to go low here. Okay. All right, we're clear. That's what you want to see. A surfboard. 13 Arbor, great stream. Thank you, man. Thank you, 13 Arbor. Appreciate the diamond. Now, I don't want to walk through this hideous water. I don't want to walk through that. So I'm going to have to cut through the woods here, through the bush. But there are going to be spiders just here too. Okay, no, we're clear. Okay, we're clear. So far. Now, me being a little bit of a perfectionist. Oh shit, I'm still zoomed in. Okay, me being the perfectionist that I am, I'm going to go back to not auto ISO, but I'm going to ramp it to what I think is appropriation, which is 400. Sorry about that, we were zoomed in still. This is like a lake, huh? Look how much water's here. This is like, you could surf here, man. What surf's up, mate? Okay, so now we're coming more into clearing area. Oh, it's going to be way overexposed. So you know what I should just do? Put it on 100. Saltwater crocs? No, not here, dude. Not here. Burnt out cars, though. Speaking of littering, look at that hideousness. Just needs a new paint job. That'll buff right out. Watch out for bush sharks. Yeah, the bush sharks. They're always a problem, hey? Those dang bush sharks. That's funny. Watch out for the bush sharks. I'm pretty, I hope the snake is still there. Even though it's dead, right? You're not going to see anything. I mean, you'll see an Australian snake, but it's roadkill. Bush shark. That's actually a good name for a band. Bush shark. So here we are, cruising through the woods, the forest, the bushland. What do you guys call it? We call it the bush. We call this the bush. This is the Aussie bush, mate. The Aussie bush. Mind you, this is a pretty well-trodden track. Like, a lot of cars come down here for... You can get to like a beach area, and you know, it's a pretty... It's not publicized, but it's pretty well known in the area. Not a lot down here. Oh, spiderweb right in front of me. Shizzleman is. Knock it out. There's not a lot down here, but it is kind of nice to get down there onto the beach. There's a spider I can... Oh, one right here too. Oh, wow, there's so many of them. Baby ones too. There's one right here. I don't know if you can see that or not. I can probably give you a shot of that too. Let me get close to this one, give you a shot. Hang on a second. So we're going to zoom in here. To remind me to zoom back out after we've zoomed in, we're going to change the ISO. And we're going to change the focusing, whoops. So you get to see this guy up close. Can we do that? That's him there. It's nice looking, isn't it? That's a cutie. Now, I don't know what spider this is. Pretty harmless though, these guys. These aren't the ones that are going to hurt you. So let's get out of there. Let's put this back to here. Put that back to there. Yeah, these aren't the guys that are going to hurt you. So the ones that hurt you in Australia are not the ones you see in a web like this. Like these kind of spiders, they're like just bush spiders. They're not, I mean, they probably could bite you. Let me just make sure we're on the, make sure the focusing is good. They could probably bite you, no doubt about that. Are we on autofocus? Yeah, we're good. Yeah, they could definitely bite you, but the bite wouldn't give you like any gnarly venom that's going to send you to the hospital. The spiders that can do that are the ones that are the ones that you find underneath things like kind of like this. Like there's a set of bricks and shit here. So many webs. If you went poking around down there and you like lifted up the bricks and stuck your finger in a hole, something like that, there's a brick here. Let's have a look. I mean, more than likely nothing will be here, but I mean, you wouldn't want to go poking your hand in those holes, your fingers. That's the kind of, there's a spider called the funnel web spider and the redback spider. These two are pretty damn dangerous. They can kill a human. A redback spider can certainly kill an infant, and a funnel web can kill a full-grown human male. They're gnarly. They're the ones that you don't want to encounter. These little guys and this, nothing to worry about. But we're actually exiting pretty much just up here, and I'm going to get to show you the redback. The red belly black snake. Do a search for that online. Red belly black snake. It's an Australian native snake to Australia. Quite venomous, quite dangerous. And now I'm going to just change the exposure here because we're going to be coming out into the wild. Let's put this up to, go up to here. So we'll go here. Oh, that's way too exposed. Okay, that's better. We'll go, oh, it's going to be too hot. We'll go here. So over here, and I'm going to check the chat in a second, folks. I'm going to check the chat in a second, but I want to get to this snake first. Because we're actually at the spot we're kind of going to hang out at for a while. But the snake, I saw it, what day is today? Friday. I saw it on Wednesday. So if it's not here now, some birds have eaten it. Oh, it's here, but it's well more squashed. Dang, it's super flat now. Okay, so that there, let me just zoom in on that. That there is a red belly black snake, a baby red belly, which I've never seen before. My photo's better than what you can see there of it. I did take a photo of it. But yeah, there, I mean, I guess that's all you're going to see. We're heading down here, by the way, down to the area, the boat ramp area. So we'll just continue on our trek. But yeah, I've never seen that. I've never seen, I'll turn this around. In all my life, I've never seen a baby red belly black snake. Certainly not a dead one either. I mean, I'd rather see a live one, but I've never seen a dead one. I've never seen, like, you never see baby animals at all, right? Amazing, 13 over. That sucks, the dead snake. Yeah, it depressed me when I saw it. Those were some of the coolest spiders I've ever seen. They're so unique. We don't get those here. So those spiders, they're, as you just saw, they're everywhere here. Very, very common. Very common. Snake pancake. Is that poisonous? Yes, that's the red belly black snake. Very, very venomous. Very venomous. Even the babies are venomous. Yeah, you don't really want an encounter with that. You don't want an encounter with that. Is my stream frozen? It looks like it's frozen for me. No, it's just way behind. My stream's like really lagging. Super lagging. It's on the snake still for me. That's weird. That's weird, it's way back. My stream for me is back up on the snake. I'll refresh it when we get further down here. Stream is good? Okay, cool. I don't know. It's probably just my reception on my phone. Even though I am connected to the same internet that I'm streaming on. But yeah, it's not using the live view solo to bring the stream down. Perfect at this end. Thanks, 13 Arbor. Hello. So this is the spot, folks, but I do see a bit of wind down there. Now look, this bench here, I do sit up here as well. I really enjoy it up here. But the plan is to go down here. But I see wind. I see wind on the water. It's not supposed to be a northeasterly, it's supposed to be an easterly, but it's definitely coming from the northeast. So I'm not too sure what to do here. I mean, we could stay up here, but you're not going to see the beautiful... Oh, we got to be down there on the water, don't we? You know what we could do? We could go down and have a look and make a decision. But I'll tell you what I will do. While we're here, I'll just refresh my browser and make sure that my stream is up to speed, because it is lagging for me. I'll just put you down for a second. Put you down there. There's so much spider webs on my camera. They're everywhere. I must have hit so many of them. There's one right there. Yeah, it's beautiful here. The coin captain started, so people moved over there. Well, that's okay. Share the streams, party the love. There's enough love to go around here. Maybe we'll see our own coin captain. We got the ocean there. Oh, I kind of know a spot that might be rad to go to if it is too windy down here. I know another spot. Oh, let me refresh my browser. Refresh your browsers. Mind you, the wind might die off, huh? The wind might die off. We could still be good down there. Yeah, it's better. Now it's up to speed. Well, let's go down anyway. I mean, let's go down and have a look, and we'll make a decision when we're down there if it's too windy or not. Because the sooner we make a decision, the sooner I can crack a homie and get this backpack off my back and crack the homebrew. So we're going to go down these 20 set. Hendrik counted them last time, and I remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Giddy up. 10 stairs. So even if it is too windy on the jetties here, there is a spot to the side here we could also peruse, but we'll make a decision. Oh, got a vehicle coming behind. Ah, see, there's that wind straight away. As soon as you get off that top there, the wind is just bang, right in your face. We left the spot with the bench because we didn't want the wind, and now we got it again. Dang! Another car coming up. My wazoo. So we could hang out on this jetty here. Or this one over here. Or this one here, or this one here. Probably this one here is probably going to be the better pick, considering where the wind's coming from. Yeah, I think this is probably going to be the better pick of all the jetties here. I'll just change your exposure. Oh, that's pretty hideous, man. That wind. Okay, well, we'll go out and have a look anyway. I do have a sweater though, so that'll help protect a little bit of the wind hideousness. Wow, a lot of debris in the water. Holy crap, look at that. It's like a full tree. It's disgusting, the color of the water because of this rain. But I mean, we could sit here. It's arguably, that wind is lousy. Oh, the beach is covered in debris as well. Wow, this is not what I thought it would be tonight. The weather lied. The weather gave us the rundown and said it's going to be fine. It's not. It's... I mean, it's still nice to sit here, but... I'll tell you what, I'm going to make a decision. The decision's going to be... We're going to stay here. We're going to sit here. That's my decision. I've made it. I've made it. I'm going to put my jumper on and deal with it. And hopefully the wind gets less, because it's supposed to drop off. Then again, it's supposed to be from the east as well. We might just sit here for a bit anyway and make a decision. Another decision. Put this down. Put that down there. And we'll make a decision, I suppose. We'll sit here for a bit. We won't crack a beer yet. We'll just sit here for a bit and make a decision. We'll get a finalised decision about what we're going to do. But I do like it down here. I just didn't expect it to be... Actually, it's not that bad, but it's supposed to be none. But it's not that bad. But then again, how long can I put up with that amount of wind? Not very long, I don't think. It looks nice though, and you guys, yeah, you know what? I'm whinging. I should shut the hell up, right? I whinge, but you guys don't even feel the wind, so I'll deal with it. You enjoy the view. I'll deal with the wind. I'm dealing with it. So we're going to put the shutter speed down a fraction. I'm going to put my sweater on straight away. My jumper. Looks good, and there's no spider. A few spiders here. Dress, yeah, no spiders here, dude. No spiders. No water spiders. Although that is a thing in Australia. I shit you not. Water spiders. Oh man, I don't know. Should we go back up to the bench? Nah, it's got to be down here, isn't it? Can you see any fish? In the quality of water at the moment, you're not going to see much at all. After these storms, unfortunately, the water has really turned pretty murky, pretty grey. It's actually pretty brown. So yeah, you're not going to see anything really, fish-wise. I'm going to put my jumper on. I'm gonna be okay to sit here. Now that I got a hoodie, everything's gonna be fine. Not great, but it's better than nothing. That's a good view, and you guys, that's gonna be a cracking sunset for you yahoos as well. Well, without any further ado, should we crack open a homie? I'm keen. It's Friday freaking evening. Got to get this out gently. Wow! Giggle Pickles, thanks for the ice cream. Mayunis! Can you block the wind noise? Oh really? Are you guys hearing the wind on the back of the microphone? Oh shit, right. How bad is it? How bad is that? Giggle Pickles, thanks for the ice cream. It's not that bad. It's not that bad, Net TV, the wind noise for you. I could probably... I mean, it is being blocked already by virtue of two windsocks, but I see that it is wobbling a bit. The only way that I could maybe mitigate that is to put something in front of it, but there's nothing really around. I don't mind the wind. I don't think it's that bad. It's relaxing. The wind noise is fine. Easy listening wind. It's not that bad. I mean, I could probably... I'm just looking at the railing here. If I move the camera closer to the railing, it would require a pretty big, actually that's too far back. No, to answer your question, I can't really change that, unfortunately. I feel you though, I hear it, I can hear it myself. I mean, I can feel it on my face. That's why this is kind of here. I am sort of stalling. I'm sort of stalling about opening the beer in case we want to move. Do you know what? The wind is supposed to get less and less closer to sunset. It's also supposed to be from the east, which would mean it would be perfect. Well, it's coming from the northeast, which is just clear open. Yeah, I was just meaning a windbreak on the mic. Yeah. That's what I do have. I have two actually. I wonder if I could use, I mean, if I put something in front of the mic or behind the mic, that would achieve the same kind of ultimate goal. There's nothing around, like there's nothing laying around that I could go and pick up and source for it. Love the ocean, Lid Hot Tamara. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I couldn't live inland. I can hang out inland for a while, but I couldn't live inland. I gotta be near the coast. I'm doing my best to open this beer. Oh, here we go. All right, ice cold home brew in your life. Hells to the yeah. But now I've got to take this out. I should have done that first. Actually, that was a bad move, opening it up without taking it out, because now I've got to take it out when it's open. Not the beer, my esky, my chili bin, my cooler. I definitely shouldn't have done it that way. That's the bad move, dude. That was a bad decision in my life. Wow, that was a stupid idea. This is what I've been trying to get out this whole time. It's full of ice and homebrew beer, and I thought it would be the better thing to do to take the beer out and then get this thing out, but it was so much easier, would have been, just to slide this bag out in one go, like that. I mean, what I did was I opened this up in the bag and then I slid the beer out, but you can see there's two compartments in there and it's full of ice and beer. So then I had a fear that maybe the ice would melt and run through my bag, which has got all my batteries and stuff in there. So, and I thought I could maybe somehow rig that up as a windbreak behind, but it's too small. It's too small. You any good at fishing? No, not really. I'm not really attracted to fishing. Never really been interested in it. I mean, as a kid, sure. All right. Cheers for beerses, ice cold homies. Bottle cap goes inside sleeve of cooler bag. You could collect bird feathers and assemble a wind muff. That's intriguing. Just do some Google searching on how to actually do that, my friend. Hey folks, thanks for being here with me. I appreciate you hanging out, appreciate you being here. This is a homebrew beer, I got 2 of them. We're gonna sit here until the sun goes down. I'm not gonna complain about the wind. I probably will mention it a few times, but I'm not gonna complain about it. It'll get progressively less, ideally, and it'll get progressively cooler, and I'll get progressively drunker. That's the plan. Cheers. Friday Styles, Australia, hashtag homebrew. And this beer has gotten better with age, that's for certain. That's a big beer, 13 Arbor. This is what I was saying before, this is a long neck. This is a 750ml. Not quite a litre. Cheers! All the cheeses, yeah, hells yeah. Cheers. You could collect bird feathers and assemble a wind muff. I do like the idea. I like the ingeniousness of the idea. Funnily enough, where I said that, you know, remember I said that you can drive through that trail and wind up on a beach? Well, that beach is just, you can kind of see it a little in the frame over yonder, and that would be actually protected from the wind, or that would be less wind prone. It's not that bad though. Giggle Pickles with the cheers. Thank you, Giggle Pickles. Appreciate the cheerses. So this is why I'm M-tagged, hey? Because I'm drinking a homebrew beer. Now, arguably, is it still alcohol if I made it at home? That's a really bad argument, Gibbs. You're not going to get anywhere with that. Okay. Is it still alcohol if I made it at home? Is it hard to set up the notifications and stuff on DLive? No, it's easy. You just have to be able to, you have to just understand Tidy Labs. So you got to use Tidy Labs to start with. You can't not use Tidy Labs. Or, well, sorry. You can stream on DLive without using Tidy Labs, but here's this word. It would behoove you to use Tidy Labs. They're so tightly integrated with the two, and I feel like everybody that uses DLive knows Tidy Labs. So it's probably it's recommended to use Tidy Labs for certain. But then again, for an IRL stream like what you're seeing here, I'm actually using a browser-based software called Lightstream. So I'm not actually, I mean, I'm still using Tidy Labs and running that consequently through Lightstream. I have Tidy Labs, but my sound don't work. Oh, but Giggle Pickles, you use Slobs, don't you? You use Streamlabs OBS. It's a strange one. I'm not too sure why that would be the case on Slobs. I'm gonna be streaming my D&D game on Sunday. D&D? What's D&D? Oh, this hasn't been charging the whole time, dude. Can't I get, why is this not charging? Okay, it's charging now. Good. Don't touch it. Leave it on the ground. No, you just use OBS Studio. Oh, I thought we were discussing this the other night and you were using Streamlabs OBS. That's a guy putting his boat back on his trailer. That's that winch noise. It's a role-playing game. Oh, okay, D&D. Dungeons and Dragons. Right, got it. I know that. With dice. So a physical board game, dude. That's cool. No one's doing that on DLive. No one's using physical board games. I wouldn't mind doing a Scrabble stream. That's right, we were talking about that a while ago. How would you do that? How would you stream a game of Scrabble? So many things going on there. You'd need to have so many picture-in-pictures because each... So I was thinking about streaming a game of Scrabble, but you would need to see the board from an overhead cam. Then you would need to have a camera on each person's tile rack. And you would want to have a camera on the person's face. Yeah. I think it'd be possible. Giggle Pickles, I'd play it, Gives. No, I wouldn't do it. Like, it wouldn't be online. It would be, the game would be real. So I'd have my friends playing with me physically, and I'd be streaming the gameplay. And then I've thought about this. You would need for a 4-player game. You'd need 1, 2, 3. You'd need 9 cameras. 2 cameras for each person, so you want the camera on their face and a camera on their tile rack, so the stream can see what their tile rack says. Then you need the board, the overhead shot of the whole board. Now I've got Stacy and Marty, they're my friends that we play Scrabble with, so that's just 3 of them, so that would be 6. I could get away with a 7 camera setup, and I have the ability to do that as well. I hope people will like it. I'm only doing voice for now. Oh, so you're not showing your game, you're not showing your gameplay, 13 Arbor. Interesting. That's interesting. It's interesting. It's interesting. That's interesting. I could sit like this for a bit too, right? I could sit this way for a bit. At least I can still see the chit chat, and the camera angle hasn't changed, did it? You will be able to see this, the full supermoon soon, Gives. It's mid-sky here in New Zealand right now. Oh wow, maybe a little after sunset. Interesting. Yeah, right, okay. The full supermoon. Whereabouts in the sky is it, Net TV? This dude just turned, you didn't see this, but this dude turned up in a boat. And I thought he was just putting the boat back on, like gonna put it onto the car. But all he did was, his mate turned up and had 2 beers in his hands. He's like, the dude just rocked up with the beer and went, "Hey man," and then he hopped in the boat with him. So they're gonna go fishing or something. This is a good angle for the stream for you guys, it is? Okay, cool. I'm going to bed, good night, great stream. Thanks 13 Arbor, have a good sleep, man. Have a good sleep. Straight north at present. So for me, north? Okay, so the supermoon will be coming up over there. Okay. I'll keep my eyes peeled. Actually, this is nicer for me too, because the sun's keeping me warm. It's surprisingly got a chill to that wind. A bit of chill there to that wind. The moon will rise at the opposite side of the sky from the sunset, Dreas. Is that always a fact? Is that always a fact? Is that always the case? I don't know if that's always the case, right? I mean, you sound like you know what you're talking about, and I want to believe, but I don't know if that's always been the way. Good night, D-Live Hubby, LHT. D-Live Hubby. Yeah, the sun's down here and it's 12 o'clock north for me. I've got an app that'll tell me where the moon's going to be. I've got that night sky app. Let me just pull that up. I haven't done this for a long time. Night sky. Night sky. Whoops. Have I not got the app anymore? I don't have the app anymore. Did I delete that app? Ah, that's I deleted it. That's No, Sky Guide. I've got it, Sky Guide. Here it is. Sky Guide. So you type in moon and you hold your phone up and it tells you where it's going to be. So let me type in moon. Find any object, moon. Moon. It's right next to Regulus. Where's the moon? Rises in 1 minute. Visibility. Shit. No shit. It says it rises in 1 minute for me. Dude. Compass on. The moon rise. Oh, wow. It's going to be due east. Yeah, well, that's opposite of west. Okay. Dreas, you're dead right, dude. You're dead right. The moon rises the opposite side of the sunset. Dreas, I'll give it to you, man. You're right. I did not know that. I had heard something like that in my youth. I didn't know how true it was until your kind soul let me know. Not exact opposite, but yeah, I guess at this equator it will be exactly. So it's actually, so I'll keep my eyes peeled towards New Zealand because it says it's rising. It should be. I mean, well, it's now about 30 seconds to the moonrise. But then again, that's going to be over the horizon, so that'll, by the time it gets above the tree line, probably another 10, 15 minutes. But yeah, okay, we'll keep an eye on that. Sounds spot on. Yeah, Net TV, that app is rad. Really cool. Hey, by the way, are we horizontal? Are we level? Hendrik's not here to let me know. I don't know if we're level. Are we level? Looks pretty level to me. And I gotta be honest, I do like that this pole is blocking out the meat of the sun, because at some point when that sun gets lower and the cloud, there is a big sort of misty bit of cloud there. When the sun gets low enough and less power, I'll move you a bit so you see the sunset. But right now that pole is actually blocking out a lot of the hideousness. Look northeast. Well, that's northeast is right there. That's where the wind's coming from. What am I looking there for? Are you waving at me? Dreas! Are you waving at me? Why am I looking to the northeast? The moon's going to rise to the east, not northeast. Jungal, were you never told how the moon and sun spent their chasing each other around the world? Jungal, I missed that bit. I thought the moon was cheese and it was full of like Swiss holes and shit. I missed all that chasing stuff. Yeah, I never heard that story. How many moons does Mars have? Hey, we're M-tagged. We could get controversial. We don't want to get too controversial. We don't want to X-tag, but does Mars exist? Ooh, does Mars exist? Ooh. Space. That's where the moon will be? No, that's wrong, Dreas. That's wrong. It's not northeast. I have the app, and it tells me where have you not seen the Sky Guide? Type in, if you've got an iPhone or an Android, go to the App Store and type in Sky Guide. Sky Guide, 2 words. That'll tell you, and once you've installed it, type the word moon in, and then your phone, you use the accelerometer, and it tells you, and you point at it, and it goes, oh, the moon's gonna rise right there, which is directly east. By the way, how's my battery here? It's charging, cool. I'd say it could just be a faulty cable, or heaven forbid, my connection, for 20 years, my cable connection's not working after that long. Mars has 2 moons, and Jungo, my granddad told me that story. What's the nursery rhyme? Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the, hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. Something did something, and then something happened, and go to sleep. That's what nursery rhymes were for, to get you to go to sleep, right? Mars has 2 moons, cool. Selfish prick. Why do we only get 1? I got Mars envy. I'm doing this, right? This here, if I put that over there, arguably you guys can't really see it, and it doesn't look great on the stream, but if I put this here, even though the sun is making my beer warm, that looks tits on the stream, and therefore I'm doing it, because I'm all about the aesthetics, about how things look, and that makes it look rad. So I'll forego some chilled beer for the thing to look better. Thanks. Cheers, man. Gives, you think about everything. Getting a little cheesy here. Getting a little cheesy. Keep it down over there, birdses. Plummet. That's a plover. Plover. The little dog laughed to see such fun, and the dish ran away with the spoon. That's it? Right. Yeah. Haven't heard that in a number of years. Nursery rhymes. They're a strange thing, aren't they? There was discussion years ago about Hans Christian Andersen, the guy who did most of those nursery rhymes back in the day, being like totally tripped out on LSD at the time that he was writing that stuff, which would make sense realistically if you think about it. I don't know how much truth there is to that, but they are kind of strange when you rockabye baby on the tree top. What does that even mean? Rockabye baby on the tree top. Like when do you ever see a baby in the top of a tree in a cradle or a crib? Like what? Rockabye baby on the tree top. When the wind blows, no, the bell will break. The bough will break. When the wind bells, and down will come cradle. Down will come baby, cradle and all. So there's a baby somehow perched up in a tree. I don't know about you, but I've never seen a baby do that. But there they are. They're in the tree. They're doing their rockabye baby. They're swinging up there. They're schwenken in the trees, and then the wind gets stronger, and then the baby will come falling out of the trees and smack into the ground. Have a lovely sleep. And that's when the parent walks out of the room going, good night, go to sleep. This kid's like freaked out. Fuck is a baby in a tree? When the wind blows, the cradle will break. What? That's demented. But you know what it is? It's not the lyrics. It's the cadence of the way it's told. Rockabye baby on the tree. This is more about the melody and about the sounds than the actual message. There has to be, because if it's about the message, you're giving your kid nightmares at that point. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. That's right, yeah. Raise your babies at the treetop when you're in a really bad neighborhood. Is that what that's from, Dreas? Is that right? Makes me think of a tornado. Okay. Yeah. Right. So a tornado. So potentially it could be a tree house, living on a tree house. Interesting. Poor Humpty Dumpty, right. Humpty Dumpty, now there's a strange one. Humpty Dumpty was a massive, a big egg, right? It was an egg. Humpty Dumpty was an egg. A fucking massive egg. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men, they couldn't put Humpty back together again. You know why? Because Humpty's an egg, and when an egg cracks, I don't know about you dudes in the kitchen, I've never tried to put one back together again after the egg's cracked. Unless it's a hard-boiled egg and you're going to eat it. If it's a cracked egg, it's all over. That egg's done. The tornado dropped the cradle into the tree. Is that right? Is that how that works? June Girl, do you know that for a fact? Like, man, I was going to lean back on a pole that doesn't exist right then. I was going to lean. If I land back there, I'm taking a swim. Is that a fact? The tornado dropped the baby into the tree. Right. Well, that's the other thing. I mean, we don't have tornadoes in Australia, so it's not global. Make a global nursery rhyme. Don't be so selfish, you Americans. Tornadoes. We don't have them over here. We don't have tornadoes. We have, what do we have? Willy Willies. Yeah, don't even ask me what that is. And we also have, oh, we got floods. We got droughts and floods and flooding plains. Well, wide brown land for me. I love a sunburnt country. I love a sunburnt country. A land of sweeping plains, of rugged mountain ranges, of droughts and flooding plains. I love her far horizons. I love her dual sea, her beauty and her terror. This wide brown land for me. That's one of our famous poems. My country, my country. It's a bit selfish. It's our country. No, actually, it might even be our country. Our country. I think it's our country. Isn't that strange though, if you think about how crazy the world's gotten in the last, say, 5 years? You probably can't refer to a country as a she. Like, I love her far horizons. I love her jewel sea. What? How do you know Australia is a woman? That's pretty sexist. Like, you can't assert an agenda. Heaven forbid you offend somebody. Like, you're going to offend the whole country by asserting that it's a she. Well, the poem was written as a she. What I'm illustrating is that I think we've gone crazy with that crap. Like, basically, you're not allowed to have a past anymore, is what that is. Because, like, that poem, that's my past. That's my, I recall learning that at school. That's my history. So therefore I've got to banish that because you can't assume a gender. That's fucking crazy. Absolutely crazy. Looking it up now. June Girl, thank you. Tech Garage, thank you for the ice cream, man. How you doing, Tech? Oh, we just lost a lot of light then, didn't we? Shit. Wow, that got really dark. How you doing, Tech Garage? Good to see you, man. It says it probably came from when women worked in hop fields, would tie babies' cradles to the branch, and the wind would rock them to sleep. That's nice. That's a nice... I got a very vivid picture of that. That's beautiful. There's nothing sinister about that. That's rad. We lost a little bit of light then, so I'm going to change my shutter speed. What are we changing? Shutter speed or ISO? We're going to change shutter speed. drop it down to 500. I'm going to read that again. It says it probably comes from when women worked in hops fields making beer, and they would tie babies' cradles to the branches, and the wind would rock the babies to sleep. That's a beautiful visual image. Just a baby in a cradle, just swaying, just schwenken in the wind. Schwenkel. Yeah, that's lovely. So where's the sun going to hit? Is it going to hit? It's going to hit the landmass. It's going to be lovely. So we're in our autumn right here in Australia, folks. This is the fall. This is the season between summer and winter. So when have I got to start wearing jeans? Right now, arguably, I need the hoodie. That's a fact. But I feel okay in my legses. But how long until, like, let's just say 3 weeks, or let's say 4 weeks from now, if I was sitting here at sunset, would I need jeans on? I reckon I might. It's better than my tornado theory. Yeah. Oh, so that was a theory, was it? Your tornado theory? I thought you were saying you knew that, but you were just assuming it was tornado. Right. Yeah. That's a. But that doesn't. June gal, that doesn't check out, because Rockabye Baby in the tree tops. So if they're tying them to the hop vine, that's arguably not up very high. Hops grow up on like a wall or something. Hey, they always have like poles and shit. Hops. Yeah, I remember being in a hop field in Switzerland, and it's got a real strong smell, hops, which is rad. I mean, I don't put any in my beers, but a lot of beers are hoppy. Spring is starting here in Kansas. So yeah, the opposite side of the planet. So you got your spring, we got our fall. We don't call it fall. So you guys in America, you guys call it fall because that's the season when the leaves fall from the trees. But in Australia, we have evergreen trees. You guys have deciduous. That's a big word from my schooling days. Deciduous means they lose their leaves in winter. They lose their leaves in autumn, the fall. But in Australia, predominantly, nearly all of our trees, aside from a few, nearly all of our trees have leaves all year round. So mostly the trees look the same. There are exceptions. There are certain species of trees that do lose their leaves, and it looks beautiful when they turn brown and yellow and amber, and then they die. Isn't that funny? Like the whole concept of autumn, of the fall, and the photos and the calendars and all the big panoramas of the beautiful orange amber color, it's death. You're looking at trees dying. You're literally looking at the death of a tree at that point. Or not the death of the tree, the death of the leaves on the tree. Branches of the nearby trees. Branches. Yeah, okay. Have I had any homepage love, folks? Any carousel love? I'm curious if I ever get on the carousel being M-tagged in the IRL category. I doubt it, but I'm just curious. Because curiosity killed the cat. Curiosity show. do like to be beside the seaside. You know what I need? I need a stereo with some tuneses. Crank up some tuneses. No wheel gives? Dang, thanks Giggles. Thanks for letting me know. I wonder how long it would take if I put this out of frame and if I change from M tag to family friendly. I wonder how long it would take to get on the wheel. I like how you call it the wheel, by the way. I always call it the carousel, but wheel sounds cool. There's a band called... Dude, that was a weird sound. Someone just cast out their line and something snapped. They snapped their fishing pole. What the fuck was that? Did you guys hear that? There's two dudes fishing on the second jetty across, and I saw him reeling it up to cast out, and then there was an almighty back, and then there was a splash, and I think somehow he snapped his fishing line during a cast. I mean, you asked me before, am I good at fishing? That's what I'd be doing, right? Snapping the line while I'm casting, and he's looking at it going, he's dumbfounded, eh? Don't worry, dude, I'd do the same. No problem, Gibbs, I just can't spell it. Is that why he called the wheel? Because he can't spell carousel? I'll cheers that. I'll cheers that, Giggles. That's pretty funny. I mean, carousel is a strange word. It's got a U. Yeah, it's got a U in there. Carousel. That's going to be weird for you Americans too, because you guys use color without the U. You got C-O-L-O-R, but we have C-O-L-O-U-R. Same with flavor. You have F-L-A-V-O-R, and we have F-L-A-V-O-U-R. So this is the U that's kind of confusing you. And carousel always has the U. C-A-R, O-U-S-E-L. So you couldn't do that C-A-R-O-S-E-L. It wouldn't. Carousel. I mean, it would make sense phonetically. Carousel. That'd be carousel. Carousel. Car you sell. I'm here for that vehicle you're selling. Oh, the car you sell? No, the carousel. No, the car you sell. Yeah, just take the money and run. Did you guys hear that, June Gal? You heard the snap? That's some obnoxious birds, hey. Keep it down over there. You heard the snap of that? Yeah, it was loud, hey? It was like a... He's actually, where'd he go? He's not fishing, he's doing something to rectify. I think he's gonna have to pull out a backup fishing pole. I'm a Brit in the USA. Oh, June girl, and you're 60 as well. So you've been. I mean, I don't know. I'm just going to assume you've been in the USA for a long time. If you're 60 and you're a Brit, I don't know why I'd assume that. Probably the wrong thing to assume, but I'm leaning that way. If you're 60 and you're a Brit living in the US, you would have been in the US for a long time. So you were born and bred with the Hughes. The autumn, and now you're dealing with the fall and flavor. You guys heard it? Yeah, right. Interesting. Grimsky in the house. How you doing, Grimsky? Cheers, man. Got them legs out, right? Dude, we've just been chilling back here, IRL style. We took a bit of a walk. It's not great here, I'm gonna be honest. Like, you guys can't really see, but the water's hideous. We've had flooding and shit lately, and this is like, well, this looks like the Thames in England. It's poo brown. There's heaps of dead bodies and shopping trolleys and shopping carts, and there's fucking trees and shit floating around. But it's beautiful. You guys can't see the colouring. It's a bit of a northeasterly blowing against my face. Not very pleasant. A bit cold, but you know, not going to complain about it. It still looks good. The idea is that it looks good, and if it looks good, I'm all about that. I've heard snap rods several times. Been here 40 years. Oh, there you go. I got it right. 40 plus. It sounds windy. You guys, you can still hear that. Oh shit, that kills me. know, arguably I could rectify that. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try something. It's a bit of a wangle. Let me hear how bad it is. It sounds windy. You can still hear that. Oh shit, that kills me. Yeah, it's a bit isn't it? I want to try something. I want to lean my backpack up against the back of my camera. Now this could go all kinds of wrong, but if I do that, then the microphone will definitely be protected. But there will come a point, you know what I should do? I should get this ready, because there will come a point when we need to put a light on. So I'll get the light ready. I'll get that light ready first. So we're going to need two things. We're going to need more beer, so I need a bottle opener, so we'll keep the bottle opener out as well. And what we're going to do is, I'm going to grab my light out of here. So we're going to need this guy. We're going to need this guy. This is going to be for a little bit later. We're going to need this a little bit later. We won't need that. So I'm going to grab this backpack. I'm going to lean it up against the back of the camera. I don't know if this is going to work, but if it does work, I'm the genius. If it doesn't work, at least we did try. So let me do this. Okay. That's sort of... Actually, no, it's got to be the other way. Turn it around. Okay, hang on. It's not liking that for some weird reason. It's not liking the lean. Too much angel? Too much angel on the lean. Okay, that's better. Okay. I mean, the worst thing that could happen here is that pushes the whole thing forward. But that is actually... I wish I could show it to you. I can take a photo, I suppose, and then later on I could put the photo somewhere, but I'm using my backpack literally as a wind block. The wind is bearable, it's not bad. Yeah, but I'm a perfectionist, Screamsky. I'm a perfectionist. I wanted to fix it. I think I have remedied it. I'll just, I will take a photo of that, because it is kind of silly to see. It's a bit hectic, hey? I mean, it should be okay if we don't touch it, right? It should be okay. That's way better. Okay, I'm taking a photo of this, man. I'm going to take a photo of this. That looks pretty crazy. Oh, shit. I'll take a photo of this. And I'll put it in my Discord, okay? I'll go and do this in my Discord. I'll do this now, because I've got Discord in the phone here. I'll do this in the Discord, okay? So I'm going to go to my Discordation. Where's Discord? What is that called? No, that's Discord. What's Discord? Discord is great. So I'm going to put it in Gives. If you're not in the Gives a Minute Discord, get your shizzle over there, my nizzle. I'm going to go to the Gives a Minute related area, and I'm going to add this. I'm going to say how I've protected the wind noise. No, not protected. How I've stopped the wind. Keep it down over there, Crozes. On my stream. With my backpack. Now, backpack is Kiwi for backpack. I'm doing it to be silly. So let me add an image here. There it is. Okay. And I posted it. Did it work? Did the image work? Somehow the image didn't work. There it is. Okay, cool. So go into the... No, that's not work. What? Okay, I'm uploading the image now. So it's in the Discord now. If you want to see how I've done that, and it's working well. Okay, let me go back to the stream. Wind is gone now. Sweet, Charlie, that helped. All right, that's way better. It sounds South African, not New Zealand. How you saying Big Pick? Well, I'm not very good at accents. I mean, at least I'm trying, man. I'm giving it my best shot here. Okay, we're going to change exposure here because we're losing light. We're going to go to the downward motion here on the shutter speed, down to 250. Rob Max sees it. Yeah, that's how I'm doing that, Rob. My backpack is like literally covering up. And the risk is, I guess, that if a big gust of wind comes, it could blow the whole thing forward. And but it would just land in front of me, but it wouldn't be great for the gear. June Girl, this old lady needs a beauty sleep. Have a wonderful sunset, beautiful souls. Okay, June Girl, no worries. Thank you for being here with me. Watch the replay if you want to see how the sun set. I got, spoiler alert, it just kept going down. I mean, that's what's going to happen, right? I don't want to be the one to bring the alert to the house, but it is going to happen. I'm gonna have another beer. Actually, no, I still got this one. Shit!
Mayonnaise! Wow! Mayonnaise! Wow!
June Girl, thank you for the ice creams. Mayonnaise! Wow! Mayonnaise! Wow! Thank you, June Girl. Appreciate you. No spoilers, Grimsky. Sunsets, man, they happen every day. Every time you wake up, you know there's gonna be a sunset. It's almost a given. Eyes awake, eyes open, you're awake, there'll be a sunset later on. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Man, it's cold now. I need some jeanses. You ever thought about brewing your own bourbon? Grim, funnily enough, I got a friend, like an old mate, who has started distilling his own spirits as a business. And I gotta be honest, man, I want to go up to he's got a distillery, it's open to the public. I want to go up there and I want to learn from him, because yes, I have thought about doing that. Arguably, beer is super simple and it's cheap. I would like to make my own spirits. The thing that would really intrigue me is the way that you can age whiskey in barrels, and the barrels had previously been used for something else. Personally, you know how I love Jack. I love how Jack Daniels release products that have been aged in whiskey or in barrels that have been used for something else. So like there'll be like a red wine barrel, or what's the other one? There's been like, so they do their charcoal mellowing and then they put it in a barrel, and yeah, if it's been aged in red wine for 20, this barrel's been seeping in red wine for 20 years, then you put whiskey in that and you leave it for 12 months, and suddenly the flavor of that red wine and the flavor of the oak in the barrel, I really like that. I don't even really know how it works, but I really love the fact that that makes a difference. And so I've been thinking about that. It's kind of like, sort of almost like cryptocurrency for me, because cryptocurrency is a long hold, and like to make good whiskey, you want to be holding it a long time. That's how I look at it. I've always wanted to make homebrew Fajoa wine. That shit is so good, it's dangerous. Fajoa, I'm not too sure what that is, man. I've never heard of it. Is that like Fiji or something? Fajoa? No, I've never heard of it, dude. But just recently, I guess, on this very stream, we actually sat over hospital way that way, we drank, for the first time ever, we drank cognac. And for me, that was like pretty intriguing because like you got whiskey that's fermented, basically fermented in a barrel, and like the concept of so you got vegetables, whatever the vegetables that they choose to use to make the whiskey, to make the base spirit, to make the vodka. But cognac is the same process, but instead of using all those vegetables to get to that alcohol, they use grapes, which is like, it's like, cognac is like wine on steroids. Cognac is aged, it's basically aged wine, but it's not fortified wine, it's aged wine. So it's gone through the same process that whiskey goes through, but they began with grapes. I reckon that's, I never knew that about cognac. It's pronounced feijoa. It's a fruit, feijoa. Okay. Feijoa. I've never heard of it, dude. Where's it? What country is that from? Man, that cloud band is going to really hamper this sunset. We're going to need a light pretty dang soon, I guess. Feijoa wine tastes like the fruit, not alcohol. It's dangerous, right? So you had it recently, Grimsky, or is that like a recent experience for you? Feijoa. And what you drink? What do you mix it with something, or you just drink it neat, or? But yeah, I want to go up to my friend's distillery and I want to listen to him. Now, I don't want to do it commercially like he's doing it. So he's doing it by the book with all the regulations and everything. I don't care for that. I'd like to just do it myself. Actually, if I'm being brutally honest, and if Greenie, you're watching, because I am streaming right now to Facebook, and hello if anyone's watching on the Facebook or the YouTube or the Twitch or the Trovo or the Picato or the Bitwave. Greenie, if you're watching, I'd love to learn your process and do it myself, but I'd also love to go into business with you to make a Gives a Minute whiskey. You do all the work with the whiskey, and I give you the brand. Gives a Minute whiskey. Totally separate to Lemon Tree Passage Distilling, but a side project. It's like a side band, right? Like he's got his main band, and he's maybe every Tuesday and Thursday he goes out and plays acoustically by himself. That's what I'm thinking. Gives a Minute whiskey. I had it a few years ago. You drink it neat. I want to have a look at this. I want to have a look at this on the internet, man. Let me bring up feijoa. That's how it's pronounced, but the spelling. Feijoa. Let me just go to the Google machine. Feijoa. Feijoa comes up with pineapple guava. Might have been a mistake. Feijoa. Feijoa selawiyana is a species of flowering plant in the myrtle family. It's native to Brazil and Paraguay, Uruguay, northern Argentina and Colombia. It's widely cultivated as an ornamental tree and for its fruit. That's from a website called Wikipedia. Never heard of it. Kidding. It's an evergreen shrub, small tree. Okay, let's see if it's been growing conditions, cultivation. Dude, I just saw a fin. It's a tree. There's a fin breaching, but it's not a fin, it's a tree. Consumption. 100 grams of raw feijoa provides 55 calories and 13% carbohydrates. Blah, blah, blah. Food usage. Varieties. Doesn't actually mention alcohol in there, dude. A feijoa may be used as an interesting addition to a fruit smoothie and may be used to make wine or cider or feijoa infused vodka. The flavor is aromatic, strong and complex, inviting a comparison with guava, strawberry, pineapple. Okay. A faint wintergreen-like aftertaste. It is also possible to buy feijoa yogurt, fruit drinks, jams, ice creams, and such in New Zealand. I shit you not, it checks out your country there, Grimsky. It also may be cooked and used in dishes where one would use a stewed fruit. It's a popular ingredient in chutney. Yeah, right. Okay, dude. I'm going back to D-Live because that's my home, but that sounds cool, man. Rob Aussie in the house. G'day, Robski. How you doing, man? Cheers, buddy. Welcome to the stream, man. I missed you coming in, but I was too busy reading about feijoa. Grayson in the house. G'day, Grayson. How you doing, man? Good to see you too, dude. Gives a whiskey. That's what we call it, right? Gives a whiskey. Show a pic to cameras so I know you're looking at the right one. I don't. Hang on. It's not. Ah, there you go. I don't know if that's going to come. Oh, you're not going to see. No, you're not going to see that shit at all. I mean, I'm on the Wikipedia page for feijoa. Dude, we're going to have a cracking sunset here soon. Oh shit. Very soon. It's going to happen. I'm going to have another beer. I got another one of these. Shit, yeah, yeah. There's these guys that came before and they were like, I thought he was going to put his boat in. His mate just came and brought him a beer and they went back out. Sounds like the right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, Wikipedia. I mean, people put shit up on there, but it gets taken down. It's pretty accurate. That's empty. The remedy of that is another one. Oh, it's totally ice cold too. Wow. That's ice cold. Charlie, here in Kentucky, we use corn to make whiskey in oak charred barrels that are new, mostly 7 years aged. The town I live in makes Maker's Mark. Oh wow, dude, I love Maker's Mark. That's your town? You live in the town that makes Maker's Mark? Dude, hell yeah. Props to that, man. How you doing, by the way, Charlie? Cheers, man. Little cheers there for you. Maker's Mark is famous for its little candle wax. I remember having that when I was with my friend Greenie, who's going to be. Oh, by the way, I got to tip this out because we've now finished the last beer, or that's the second beer. Now the cooler here is full of ice, so I no longer need this. I'm going to tip it out into the. It'll just melt there for a little while. But in here, I'm going to keep the cap. No littering. Shit, no. Keep the cap in there. And we'll get a light going soon, folks. But cheerses. That beer is ice cold. Surprisingly not. Should we crank the ISO here, the shutter? We're going to go down with the shutter speed here. We're going to drop down to... That's 100. That's the lowest the shutter speed goes. Well, in terms of frame rates, we're shooting at 4K 60. So, well, actually, hang on a second. You don't get a shutter speed of 40 or 60. Dude, that guy's just charging that. He's had a beer. He's charging that boat ramp. Grimsky, I think that's where Scallop Taters is from. He's from Kentucky. I believe you're right. I believe you're right. Wait, no, I'm wrong. Oh, really? Tell you what, man. I'll take a slash here. I can go off frame here and take a slash. That was a classic. Pretty certain I'm out of frame there when I was pissing. Hope I was. What you didn't see is the old mate with the boat there, he was telling his friend, he's like, oh, see that thing there, grab the anchor, blah, 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 blah. And the whole time the dude was not, he wasn't really paying attention to what he was doing, and he drove the boat straight into the trailer. That's what you probably heard. He's in Tennessee, hasn't been on D-Live in a long time, but I'm friends with him on the Book of Faces. Oh, okay, so that's Skeletatatus. I haven't seen him for a hot minute, hey. Been a long time. I don't reckon this sunset's going to be that great. I mean, there's potential for it. It's blown out and washed out. We'll see. Tennessee is the home of Jack Daniels. The wind has kind of died off though. Hey Grim, are you streaming tonight, dude? You're gonna be streaming? Oh, no, it's already pretty late for you, isn't it? Yeah, it's sunset here, so it's late for you. There's the moon. Dude, I see the moon. The super moon. A big moon. Wow, that's huge. Oh, it looks rad. Charlie, we also bottle Jim Beam. He changed jobs. He's working nights. That's why on D-Live he's got a... Oh, okay. Right, that makes sense, yeah. Charlie, you're in Tennessee, and that's where you bottle Jim Beam as well? In Tennessee? No. Man, Jim Beam bourbon, I know there's this thing like bourbon versus Tennessee whiskey and the charcoal maple drop by drop and blah, blah, blah. I know there's that, but like, I genuinely think the taste of Jack Daniels is better than the taste of Jim Beam. If you got two bottles of just regular Old Number 7 and regular white label Jim Beam, put them in glasses, I'll be like, yeah, this one's way tastier. Like that one, the Jack Daniels has way more thing to it, whereas that just kind of tastes like bourbon, and there's plenty of bourbon out there. So that's why I really like Jack. Now I'm not shaming Jim Beam at all. Jim Beam probably have a vast array of their product, which you could dig in and you could find the rare stuff and the, you know, like the Tennessee Taster varieties and all that, like the Red Dog Saloon and the White Rabbit, all the varieties of Jim Beam, sure. But if you start with the product, the base product, regulation Old Number 7 versus white label Jim Beam, that's way tastier. Like it's almost a different class. And they market, and they know that. It's kind of like Coke and Pepsi in a weird way. Like Coke and Pepsi, for all intents and purposes, is the same fucking thing, right? It's just sugar pop. Yet the way they market Coke, if you look at Coca-Cola's advertising, you'll notice something very clear. They never, ever mention Pepsi. Coke has never mentioned their main rival. They don't say we're better than Pepsi because of A, B, C, and D. They don't do that. They just say, this is what we've got. Get a whole lot more out of life. Coke is it. Feel it. All that shit, right? They do that. They never say, that one's crap because we're better. That's intriguing. They got the same product, basically, yet they're marketing it so differently. The flavor is from the smoked barrels, exactly, and that's what. And I'm not discrediting. I don't want anyone to say, oh, Gibbs doesn't even know Jim Beam. He doesn't understand it. I haven't really looked into it, to be completely honest. I haven't looked deep into it. I understand that they would use different barrels for different ages of bourbons and different. You know, they'd have master distillers, just like Jack Daniels does, and like anyone does, right? They'd have their own version. But what turns me off is the initial product. So the starting point. That's what stops me from going down that avenue. I'm sure there'd be some rad stuff down that avenue, but the starting point, Jim Beam white label, it's not that great. It's okay. It's not that great though. Jack Daniels is so much tastier in my opinion. That's just how I feel. You might think differently. I can't be bothered streaming tonight, just chilling, 8:30 p.m. Okay, no worries, Grim. Cool, man. Well, I'm happy to have you here, man. I'm going to get twisted. Well, till it gets dark anyway, which probably won't be that long away. Kentucky, yeah, Jack is... Woodford Reserve. One time I've had Woodford. Jim Beam Fire was good, but can't get it anymore. I saw that once. Jim Beam is like basic cheap shit here. But then again, and this is the beauty, right? This is the beauty of the global world we live in. We have Aldi. You got Aldi in New Zealand, right, Grim? We got Aldi in Australia, and Aldi has given us so much cool shit. Like, I mean, Highland Earl whiskey, base level whiskey, right? Base level. It's good. It's cheap. $22 a bottle. It's good. It's cheap. So now that that's happened, Jim Beam isn't the base level. Jim Beam has to bump itself up a little if it wants to sell. What I really like about Jack Daniels is there's two things. The first reason, probably not two things, two reasons why I like Jack Daniels. The first one is personal. It's like it reminds me of, well, basically Tracer. It reminds me of touring, you know. There was a bottle of Jack Daniels on the rider every night on a Tracer show. And even though before 2011, when I first started touring with that band, I'd already made my acquaintance with Jack Daniels, I recall, this goes way back. I recall in 1997 on Rottnest Island in Western Australia, or just off the coast, no, it's Western Australia, off the coast of Perth. I was out there with my girlfriend, Shelley Falconer, Irish girl, spent 3.5 years with her, lived together in New Zealand. How about that, Grimsky? We lived together in New Zealand. We were in Rotto, on Rottnest Island, and at the governor's... There's a bar there right on the beach called the Governor's something. Governor's Leap? I don't remember the name of it. Anyway, we go to... It's a beautiful time, like now, like sunset. We go to the bar. I'm like, I don't want to drink in the bar. I want to take some shit out and go and sit on the beach, because they had these laws where you can't go out of the bar, blah, blah, blah. So like, let's get a 6-pack of Jack. And Shelley looked at me and went, what do you mean? I'm like, the 6-pack of Jack Daniels and Coke. We'll have 3 each. That'll be great. That'll be perfect. We'll sit on the beach. It'll be beautiful. She's like, Jack and Coke? What are you, a bogan? I remember looking at her thinking, I really rate you, like, really highly, to the point where we live together. This has never come up. You think Jack Daniels and Coke is a bogan drink? She said the words. That reminds me of a bogan ex of mine. I'm like, yeah, but I'm your current, and I'm not a bogan, and this drink is rad. That's a memory I have of Jack well before Tracer. So when I ended up hooking up with Tracer and doing the touring and stuff, that solidified the dating that I'd done with Jack already. And it was like, that's it. We're in a full-blown relationship now. It's on. And I've discovered so much cool stuff about Jack Daniels. They got so much cool product. Like you can, and it's expensive, right? Like I'm not denying that it's not, like, a lot of the stuff that I have, and Charlotte Rose is a huge supporter of me, and she's been very, she bought me a bottle of Sinatra Select. That's worth 260 Australian dollars. And before that, she bought me a bottle of Gold No. 7, which is worth 180 Australian dollars. So this is me experiencing all the range of Jack Daniels and sharing it. And I'm thankful for Charlotte for that. But I have gone on and bought rare Jack to have on the stream. The Tennessee Tasters, those little bottles behind me with Charles Wayne drinking from it, all that stuff, that's expensive, very expensive. But that is cool that Jack Daniels do that. Like, they put out these really strange products that most of it's only available in America. You gotta have some dude that's gonna import like a small case of it, and then they're gonna sell it on to you. That's how it works. That sunset's happening now. I just drink Cody's. Grim, I know the Cody is like probably the base level. I really want to have some though. I kind of want to just go to New Zealand to get some Cody's, hey, like, just because you drink it. Like, it sounds stupid, right? But I know it's 7%, and our base drink is like 4.8, 5%. You got a 7% base. I want to have that. I want to have that experience. I want to bring this IRL shit to New Zealand and do some Cody streams. Grimsky's going with Tasha. You want to cap game style. Bad Habits with the lemons and ice creams. Hey, Bad Habits, thank you, my friend. You were so close to a triple give there. Just missed one of them, but I appreciate you. How you doing, Bad Habits? I don't think we've seen you before. That ain't gonna be a sunset. I got news for you. That's just a hideousness of cloud. I'll tell you what we should do though. We should bring a light into the situation. What are we gonna do with this light? Like, I want to add exposure to myself. I don't think it's dark enough for that shit there. No, it's not dark enough. We'll turn that off. Turn it off. We'll do it. We'll do it a little while. I was hoping for a beautiful pink sky and shit. Nah. Cheers, bro. Cheers, bad skis. Actually, that did look good with the light on my face, though. Kind of worked, but it's not dark enough yet. Hey, by the way, see this ice that I poured out onto this deck before? I'm not sure if you could hear it, but all the while, when the ice has been melting and getting small enough to fit through the cracks, you hear this, and it falls down into the water. I'm not sure if you're picking it up, but I've been hearing it. It's pretty funny. I've been laughing at that in my head. In my head! I've been laughing the whole time. thinking about doing another IRL stream tomorrow night. I'm thinking about going out to a lookout, not coastal, like going inland. I know this place with this massive, like this huge vista of open land. I'm thinking about going out there and camping. Even though you can't camp there, but I'll give it a shot. I'm thinking about doing that tomorrow. We'll see. Tomorrow night. We'll see. I've got to take a slash again though. I'm gonna do that. The tide is coming up. I'm gonna add to the tide. Oh. Can you hear that? Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. Wasn't me. No, there's a dude here. I can't believe it. He's taking a slash. Can you believe it? Can you fathom? There's a guy taking a piss in the ocean. I can't believe it. What kind of a man would do that? Wasn't me, or was it? All right, I think I'm gonna have to get the light on, folks. Let's get the light chiseled together. The sunset's just hideous. So let me get the light together. What we're gonna do here, I'm gonna take so what I gotta do is I gotta put this on top of the camera. This thing, this is a dual cold shoe adapter. So if you turn this around, you've basically got the ability, oops, gone the wrong way. You got the ability to turn the cold shoe into a place where you can put one thing and a second thing. Now I'd put the light here, and that one would be the microphone. So that's what I want to do here. I'm going to do that now. So let me just, you're going to get a little bit of background ominous for the time being while that wind hits the microphone. Shizzle. And also you're going to lose, you've lost the main mic because now I've taken that mic out. Shizzle. So that microphone is no longer being used, but it's going to go on here. So that's raw GH5 audio, which arguably is pretty hideous. Probably doesn't sound too bad right now though. Have I got that on the wrong side? Yeah, that's the wrong one. We'll go this side. Put this on here. And then that'll feed in there. Yeah, cool. And then the light source goes on here. Oh, shit. Oh, get in there. Go on. Get him in there. There it is. And then this just screws back on top here. Oh, shit. Oh, now the microphone's going to be too high up to get protection from the wind. Okay, so that's screwed in. Now I plug this back in, so you're going to get real microphone back again, or actual microphone. Let me just put this in here. Here it goes, here it goes. Actual microphone's back in, and now covering up the microphone from the wind. Oh, shit. Oh. It's going to be tricky to do. Everything's leaning forward. Shit, it's too heavy, it's too heavy. It's on my, it's in your head. It's too heavy, man. Is that going to stay there? I hope that's going to stay there. If it doesn't, when we're up Shit's Creek without a paddle, mate. So, in that regard, let me get rid of the rest of this ice here, so I can sit on this section. Put my back to the sunset, and then this light source okay, so at the point we're at, is anybody still here with me? It's is a pretty slow stream. Nobody normally get more crew in the chat. I gotta tell you, my IRL streams, I don't get much views on my IRL stuff. I get more views on my regular stuff. Should I not bother with the IRL? I gotta tell you, I stream from my hotel room on a Tuesday night and I have 38 viewers. I do an IRL stream and I got 10 viewers. Nothing against 10 viewers, but I'm just commenting that it seems like it's nobody likes this shit. Nobody's interested in this shit. I love IRL. Either way, I'm turning this freaking light on to get this looking titses. That should look better with that light, right? Yeah, I'm a bit perplexed by that. I guess it's the M rating as well, right? M rating doesn't help. Is that worth having that light on? It's pretty hideous for me. 10 viewers, yeah, that's actually, you know what? That's not doing much at this point. We'll turn that off just for a bit. I mean, I'm asking questions and answering them myself, but it's because there's nobody here talking with me anyway. Anyway, all right, I'll just sit here and drink beer. Net TV, I'm back. I like the IRLs. Chill time. Net TV, thank you, man. Thank you. Would you agree with me though? Like, it seems like if I'm analyzing it, probably analyzing it a little too much, my IRL content doesn't get the views. Yeah, it's a strange one, hey? It's a strange one because I know that if I wasn't M-tagged, I could be on the homepage and there would be more people coming in here. But because I'm drinking a beer, I got to be M-tagged, and that ruins the chance of getting on the carousel, the wheel. Oh well, it is what it is. Sunset is, I mean, you can talk about all the carousel and the wheel and all the crap that you want, but can't deny that shiz. Beautiful sunset. It's probably that at home you have all the bells playing. I reckon this is more bells. This is more bells than at home though. I reckon this is way more bells. If I'm being brutally honest, I'd much rather do this than a home stream. This to me is just, this is Australia, man. This is nature. Benny's in the house. Yo, Benny, how you doing, man? Cheers, dude. How you going, Cobber? Good to see you. I was just commenting that it seems like, I mean, I've made this comment before. I don't get hosted from like the big streamers during IRL, but I'll often get hosted by the big streamers during my regular home streams. Whereas I think this is more interesting than sitting at home. But anyway, I don't know. Let me put the light on. Light goes on. Light's on. This is raw nature. I love it. Right on. Me too. Me too, Net TV. I dig this stuff. This is what I want to do. This is, if I could do this all the time, this would be my content. This would be the Hulk, all the content. Yeah. Oh well. I'm well. Yeah, I'm good, Benny. Hey man, how's your music going, Benny? How's your music producing going? You were working hard on music. How you been doing on that? Can we report anything? Can we help with anything? Anything? Cheers with the Jack. Hell yeah, Benny. Hell yeah. Hell yeah to the Jack. Cheers to M-Tag for drinking alcohol. going well. I have some tracks I'm happy with. Cool, Benny. When are we going to be able to hear it, man? Do you want to premiere it on the Gives a Minute stream, or do you want to do your own thing? I did a couple of new videos, but I'm not lately been feeling so hot. Unearth have not approved them. Oh, Unearth have an approval process? You got to get approved on Unearth? Wow, I didn't know that, Benny. I didn't know that you had to be approved on Unearth. Wow, okay. I wouldn't worry too much about that yeah, I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't make such a big deal of Unearthed. By the way, I'm at the last track of the Wham covers album. So I'm covering Make It Big by Wham, and I'm at Careless Whisper, which, holy shit. Did you know that there's congos? There's a percussion track as well as a drum track. This is what I love about music production. When you start working on something, or me anyway, I focus my time, I focus my attention on the thing, and I focus my attention on George Michael and how he writes music, because he wrote that whole album. He did the instrumentation for that album, and it is incredible. It is incredible. Like, I'm not a muso. I'm not a musician. I can struggle with a few chords, and I've got a bass which I'm sort of tinkling with, and learning what he's done on the commercially, Careless Whisper's got to be the biggest fucking smash hit from the 80s, right? The sax solo in that song is synonymous with, it basically is the 80s. That sax solo is the 80s. So you look at that song, and I never thought about it, but if you hear the drums, there's also an added percussion element to the drums, which you take that away, and I know this from the tabs, right? I've added it, I've programmed it into my DAW on a separate track, and then I've deleted it or muted it, and I've played it. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's still there. It's still got the same. It's got the same vibe, but then you unmute the percussion track, which is congas. It's like, dude, that just makes the whole song. And of course, I'm doing it my own. I'm doing it my own way. Like, I'm adding my own taste to it. There's nylon acoustic guitar in there as well. And then there's this. It's such a, and I can't not think about Sexy Sax Man. The moment I hear that sax bit, I can't not think about Sexy Sax Man. Sexy Sax Man's ruined Careless Whisper for everybody. Where's my ISO? I got to crank the ISO up here. ISO's got to go up to there, to there. That's better. I doubt that they would see it if it appears on the Gives channel. That's a fair comment, Net TV. I'll pay that, dude. Fair, realistic, fair comment. way to hit me when I'm down. I mean, what 9 viewers. Thanks, Net TV. No, but you speak the truth. But you know what? Also, it's not just me, it's D-Live. It's the reach, right? It's the D-Live reach. I joined APRA. If it gets played, it will be covered. Okay. I wasn't being horrible. No, but Net TV, you were being realistic, which is the best way to be, man. Like, I get it. I understand it. I mean, you've been here a long time. You've been here long enough to know, man. Like, I get it, man. I understand. You can't get away from that. That's the truth, right? That's the truth. I mean, you look back to that Times article where it said, the article about the Capitol building and all that, and they said 30 people or 28 people watched a gentleman live stream a sunset. I'm doing the same thing at the same spot 4 months later. 10 people are watching it versus 28. I'm just saying things have changed. You know what's changing right now? My bladder. I'm gonna take a slash. I'm gonna turn the light off to conserve battery. Battery. Oh, the tide is high. What's that noise? I've no idea, man. It's like a waterfall or something? Some kind of waterfall? I'm not sure. I don't know what that is. Oh, there's a bit more. Wow, that's a noise that keeps on giving. Interesting. I don't even know what that was, man. If you can work that out, let me know. Let me know what that noise was. That was a weird noise. I don't know. I mean, I went down there. I've been down there before. I've been down there a couple of times already, and there was a weird noise then, and there's a weird noise now. Yeah, that's better. A little bit of light in the situation. The chances will be slim. That's what I meant. Yeah. Are we not? Oh, we're not even level. We need Hendrik here to tell me I'm not level. I've got to fix the levelness here, folks. Let me just adjust it. There's better. Oh, still not level. Shit. H-man. Where's H-man? We need H-man. That's level. I can see it's level because there's a green line on the GH5 that tells me when I'm freaking level. Still learning about this. Music is a big thing to learn about too. Benny, what do you tell me about musically? Like, are you I don't want to put my thing onto your thing, but I want to know what you do. So just to make it easier to sort of understand, when I record music, I get a click track. By the way, this is not I always do a drum and a bass track first. So the drum and the bass is what, the drum's a synth and the bass is always real, and then the guitar's added later, and then the lyrics. I don't know what you do. I just want to know. I just want to understand what you do. Peach in the house. G'day, Peach. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Cheers, Peach. IRL stream. Friday night. Beers. Shit, yeah. And sunset, which isn't great, but... Have you seen that dick surfer around? You know what, man? I've been surfing... Actually, I had a week and 2 days off because the weather was hideous. But I've been back now. I mean, check my YouTube channel. There's 2 videos. Today's surf. They're up there. Actually, what time is it now? I put one up just recently. Haven't seen him. I've seen the rippers. Those gurus that rip. They've been out there, but that dude hasn't been. There was a funny incident though. I'll just tell you this, man. I'll tell you this. So that crew, like the crew of rippers, the guys that are blazing, like the guys that I look up to, those dudes are I guess they're a group of, say, 5 or 6 surfers from this area. I've actually spoke to them here on this. I was doing a fitness walk and I came by and they were loading their van or their truck back up with the boat on the trailer, and they'd been across to the break wall. They were surfing like either they were going to the break wall or they were going to the mid. There's a fucking novelty break that only happens at a certain break, blah blah blah. So I just saw them and I was like, oh hey, you guys go out to the break wall. No, I actually, that's not right. I didn't even say anything at that time. I just kind of like, hey, and because I was doing a fitness walk, so I had headphones in and I had my hat on. I was doing the fucking, keeping the pace up for the fitness, right? I don't do that shit because I like it. I do it for fitness. So I didn't want to stop. But then the next time I saw one of these dudes from that group, I said, oh, hey man, when I saw you at the boat ramp, what were you guys coming in from the break wall, or were you going out to the novelty break? And he's like, and he was a bit aloof, hey? He was like, oh yeah, we're just doing our thing, and probably, I think he said probably. I think he said the word probably. I was like, either you were doing the break wall, or it's gonna turn this light around. Hang on a second. Fuck, that's tight. Why is that so tight? I turned it. Sorry. Ah, shit. Now we're not level. So he was a bit aloof about what they were doing, which is fair enough, and that's cool. Like, I don't care. I was just like, dude, if they were surfing that novelty break, that's you gotta do that with a boat, right? You can't just paddle out there. So I was a bit impressed by it, and that's probably the main core message here. I'm impressed by these dudes. They're rippers. These guys they're blazing. But since the day of that incident, I've made a decision to not say anything to anybody in the ocean. Not say, if somebody says hello to you, to me, says good morning, I'll answer. How you doing? But I'm not saying anything. And this morning, on the surf this morning, old mate from that crew, from the Rippers, literally paddled right past me on his way out. Like we were there was one particular break I was kind of surfing. There was a right and a left. Arguably the left was better, and I can see that from my footage. The left was definitely the better break, and everybody that was getting left was, even old mate, the guy I'm talking about, got barreled a bunch of times. So that was the better section, but I was going right because I was like, well, I'll go right here. And that's the video that's online right now today on my YouTube channel. I think it went live 6 p.m. It's like a minute and a half. Those are my waves where I went right. A couple of lefts in there, but most of them's right. Arguably I should have gone left, but the gurus were going left. So that one left, they were all fighting for it. And I was like, well, I'll just go right then. I don't care. Like, I'm not that fussed about it. Like, but when old mate with the red, he's got a red and white rash vest. Most of it's white with a red sleeve. When he paddled out, he literally, because I was out there already for 35, 40 minutes when he turned up. When he paddled out, he literally paddled within, like I could have put my arm out and touched him. That's how close he was. Didn't say a fucking word to me. And I was like, you know what, man? You can be a guru and you can be a shredder, but if you're a dickhead, which you are, I don't want to, like, how hard is it to be paddling going, hey man, that's it, just, hey man. Be like, hey, how are you? That's it, that's all. I don't want to be best buddies. I don't want to be, hey man, we're going to go and surf the break wall, you want to come with? I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about being a decent person. Hey, how are you? Done. But they're not. And what happened, actually this goes back 2 days earlier because that was this morning, but 2 days ago, there was a bodyboarder and it was the same break, and almost the same wave, a little bit less in volume. The size wasn't as big, but we're at that exact same left and right situation. And I didn't even really notice, but the bodyboarder, oh, the light's gone. Great. Oh, that's the battery gone. Holy shit, that didn't last very long at all. Wow, that battery's god awful. Well, that sucks. How can I rectify that? I don't have another battery for that, do I? Or do I? Hang on a second. I don't think I do. I don't think I have a spare battery for that. That sucks, man. How come that didn't last very long? Alright. I don't, but I have a battery here. But for these 9 viewers, who gives a shit? Hey, I got a small. I can't believe how lousy that battery lasted. I got to get a new battery. I have this light. Flashing or solid? Do you want solid? Solid's better. That's lousy. I'll just put this up there and see if that gives it anything. I don't know if that's going to work very well. This is hideous. Now hold on a second. Okay, so we got the wind protection. We've got the light here. I feel like I'm going to have to put that's too far away, isn't it? How am I going to do this? I'll put it on top of this beer bottle. Got a little bit of a light angle there. That'll do. That's the best we got. So yeah, bodyboarder, same brake, virtually the same setup as today. And I didn't know, but the bodyboarder hadn't gotten many rides, and he had a really, really good wave. Like, he was primo position. Like, you couldn't have asked for a better position. Like this light source in front of me, you couldn't have asked for a better spot on that particular wave. He was dead set. Fucking, this is awesome. And he went for it, and I was paddling out just slightly. I wasn't on my way out, but I was already, like, I knew that, I thought he's got the first of the set, so there's going to be a bigger one, second or third or fourth of the set. So I sort of kept paddling out. So bodyboarder's gone for this wave, and in between him and me, which is in this space, there's one of the rippers, one of the gurus, not red vest, arm sleeve guy, just another dude, bit of an arrogant prick. He's had a few words to me in the past, bit of an arsehole. But basically, these dudes are arseholes. Which, who wants to hang out with arseholes? But these guys are arseholes. So this guy on the bodyboard clearly has priority. The wave's breaking over there. He's gone for it. He's on the wave, and then old mate Guru just decides to go for it anyway, and he takes it. But to his credit, he holds his rail. He holds his board to pull out, and he holds it, and he pulls up out of it. But he didn't pull up out of it until he'd already established that, hey man, if you weren't going to get it, this is my wave. But bodyboarder was already on it, and I hear it. I'm paddling past it, and I hear it. You fucking asshole! Fuck you, you fucking prick! And all this, and this is the big point. Hey, the dude that's in the wrong, the ripper, the shredder, the guy that's completely in the wrong, made that bodyboarder feel like he was in the wrong. He's like, I held my rail, man. I was telling you I was pulling out. I held my rail. You should have just gone for it. And the bodyboarder's like, fucking first wave for me in a whole hour, and you fucking dropped in on me. Such a blatant prick maneuver. And he's like, I was holding my rail, man. And like, the point of it is, you are a fucking clown, dude. I don't give a shit how rad you are. You dropped in on that guy, and then you made him feel bad about it. That's the shit thing. And that's what kills me about my situation. They made me feel bad when he was the one in the wrong. And like, I don't care. Like, I'm a kook, right? I fall into the category of, like, I get on a wave and I feel like I'm skateboarding and I just carve the wave. That's not what surfing. You got to snap the wave. But I just kind of carve it like I'm riding a snake run, or I'm going to hit like fucking, I don't know, like Fairfield mini. Oh, I just don't have the. I've spent my whole life skateboarding fucking ramps, so I don't have the. And like I said, you can see a surfer when you go to a skate park. And as a kid, you can spot a surfer instantly when they turn up to a skate park and they're skateboarding. You're like, that's a surfer. So I'm doing the opposite of that. I'm trying to translate my skateboarding, like my whole life of ramp skating, into surfboarding on a wave that keeps changing. The transition just doesn't stay. It's not like a 4-foot mini ramp. It's a 4-foot mini ramp, then it's an 8-foot mini ramp with 2 feet of vert, and then it's a 12-foot ramp, then it's a fucking mellow driveway. Everything changes so quickly, and I'm trying to adapt to that. But these dudes know that shit. Like, they're so well versed, and they're so adequate, and they're so good. But they're fucking pricks. And that outrides the beauty of their surfing. You can be a rad surfer, and if you're an asshole, then I don't give a fuck.
Wow! Wow!
They sound full of themselves.
Mayonnaise!
Yeah, that's
Wow!
probably
Mayonnaise!
critical. They are. They're full of themselves.
Mayonnaise!
What do we got here in terms of... Oh shit, we got to crank the ISO here. We got ISO. Hey, Roy Bracer with the lemons and ice creams. Thank you, Royski. That dude thinks he owns the ocean. Yeah, I mean, that, to be fair, that wasn't the same dude with my situation, but that's the vibe from those guys. And like, the thing is, they have the skills. Like, I'm not, nobody's denying that they have the skill set. But you don't have to be a prick about it. Any sign of the moon yet? Yeah, the moon's been out for ages, dude. It's well and truly up there. Dude, I saw that video when you busted your elbow at this indoor park. That was with Nick. You're killing that mini before you got hurt. Super smooth. Thanks, Peach. Yeah. You slammed pretty hard. Don't know how you didn't bust your other elbow. That is the strangest slam. Like, that was the first time that my body said to me, it might be over, man. It might be over. Like, you've been skateboarding since 11. I mean, I fucking slammed on a 50-50. Not even a trick. This is a setup trick. My body was saying, dude, maybe it's time to consider giving this up. And then it wasn't until 8 months later when I actually took another slam on the same elbow, I was like, all right, I'm done. But yeah, that should have been the other one. Totally should have been the other one. I'll take a slash here, folks. Let me turn that off so I conserve battery life. And take a quick slash. Because not only have I gotten old enough to stop skateboarding, my bladder has also stopped. Ah, shit. I'm out of frame, aren't I? No, I'm in frame right now, aren't I? Ah, shit. I feel like I'm in frame. I feel like I'm in frame peeing. Man, there's been some killer sunsets the last 3 days. The day that I do an IRL, no stream, no sunset. The last 2 days, I've made comment how awesome is the light coming in on my bedroom window, the sunset. It's been so beautiful. The last 3 days in a row, or 2 days in a row, it's been tits. And then the one day when I do an IRL stream, nah. No sunlight. No sun. This is strange to get this angle. Oh, will that fit in a beer bottle? No. Okay, it's gotta be like that. Yeah. Hey! Carousel love from D-Live. Wow. Thank you, D-Live, for the carousel love. Very cool. Thank you so much. I mean, here's the thing. Does IRL M-Tag stop me getting on the carousel? Yes. Until D-Live come in and say, yo, Gives, have some carousel love. Thank you, D-Live. Got a sunset going on here. By the way, Benon, I'm happy to see your improvements with your surfing. I think you understand that board well. Oh, Benny, dude, that makes me happy to hear you say that. I'm adapting to the board, dude. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving the toothpick. Let's go! Front page carousel, that's nice. Arguably, DLive, we don't have a great sunset. I mean, we've seen this way better than this, but can't predict the sunset. It is what it is. Nice for the carousel love though. Got myself a little light here, and I got myself a homebrew beer. Got myself a sunset. Got myself a lovely chit chat. Got myself a lovely live streaming platform called DLive. Hell yeah! This is my light. I wish I could cover that bit up there. Can I somehow cover that up so you guys don't see that? Is my thong going to do that? Nah, it's too low. Alright, no worries. Well, the idea was to see a sunset, and the sunset, that's all we've got. Once it gets dark, we'll wrap this up. Peach, what was the decision behind taking your stream to DLive? Peach, oh shit, I'm recording this. Why am I recording? Just let me stop my camera is recording for some weird reason. I was recording all this. I didn't mean to record it. So DLive. So I'd already been streaming on YouTube weekly. I do a weekly Saturday morning, about 9 hours from now, 12 hours from now. I do a stream on YouTube every week. And I was doing that for probably about 8 months. And then somehow, and I don't subscribe to this guy, so I don't know how this came up, but I got onto a PewDiePie video where he was talking about the site DLive. And he was saying how he was going across to DLive exclusively to do live streams. Now, again, I don't subscribe to PewDiePie. I don't watch his content. I do watch Philip DeFranco. Maybe he put a news piece out and that mentioned this DLive thing. I don't recall. But either way, I watched that video, and when I saw what he was saying about this platform, I was instantly compelled to come over here. I was hooked just by what PewDiePie was saying. And the core message he gave was that if you start a community on DLive, your community will earn financially in the form of Lino. I didn't know what a Lino was. I didn't know what cryptocurrency was. But if you begin a community, they will be rewarded by watching your content. So the community will get a reward by watching. And you as the streamer, me as the streamer, will get a reward for streaming. And I was thinking about that. I was like, how is that possible? Like, even if this is a cryptocurrency thing, which what the hell is cryptocurrency? I didn't know anything about it. Even if that's the case, how does that even work? Because YouTube is so different to that. Like, YouTube doesn't give the viewer anything aside from education and a bit of a giggle, bit of a laugh, whatever the video is, right? You get a entertainment value. You don't ever earn anything. Yet here's this platform that the biggest creator on YouTube is spruiking. And he's saying, if you go over there and you start something, your community will earn a reward by what you do, and you will also earn a reward. I was like, that's it. I don't give a shit what I do over there. I got to get over there and start something. I got to begin a channel. I got to make a beginning. Now, I'd already done a few streams on YouTube, or about 8 months worth of live streams. I never knew that I would do daily on DLive, but I began on DLive, and I straight away saw the reward, the financial reward. I didn't understand, again, I didn't understand what a Lino was. I didn't understand how this worked, but I could see it building up. And I could see that this was a valid way of monetizing a community in the sense of a two-way street, both parties earning from it. So I just went, well, this is it, man. I'm going to go daily on DLive. So I went daily, and I've been daily since 2019. Pretty much since April when I began here, April 14, 2019, I've been daily on DLive because of the PewDiePie video. Benny, you're surfing much better. It was my intention for that to happen. The toothpick, Benny. You're bored, man. JAI Trucking's in the house. Now you got everyone's favorite trucker. You've achieved royalty. JAI Trucking, how you doing, man? Good to see you, buddy. Dude, you inspired me with your IRL stuff. You and Hendrik. I'm not, there's no excuses here. Like, I saw what you did in your truck, and I saw what Hendrik did walking around, and I wanted to do my take on that. So you dudes totally, if the word inspires wrong, then that's wrong, but you inspired me to start what I'm doing. Benny with a lemon. Thank you, Benny. I seem to miss your live streams. Must be bad time zones for JAI Trucking. If you ever want to see an IRL stream where someone's streaming literally from the road, like that's my concept. Like the IRL stuff from the road. Does that stuff. Been doing it for ages. I'm just looking at my camera. We're already at 1600 ISO and shutter speed 100. This is it. Whatever the camera does from now. That's it. There's no more light in the sky. We're basically using the camera's ability to generate an image. Thanks for your kind words. No, dude, man, we watched. Remember we watched your accident stream. I don't know if you recall that. We first ever saw you with your accident, and not only was I interested in how the accident occurred, but I was probably selfishly more interested in how's he got such a good signal? How's he doing this? Like, what's the tech that this gentleman has that we don't have? So there's the inspiration. Benny with a lemon. Thank you, Benny. Cheers, man. Toothpick love. Man, it's gotten so dark so quick. Can I move that out of frame somehow? If that goes over there, oh, that's going to be hideous, isn't it? Still in frame.
Wow! Mayonnaise! Wow!
Benny with a lemon and ice cream. Mayonnaise! Wow! Thanks, Benny. That's super cool, man. I just want to say, from someone who has watched your stuff on and off throughout the years on YouTube, I've got to give you props for your dedication to the stream and the community. I pop in here and there and lurk in the chat and love the way you go about life positively. Peach, dude, that light's terrible. I got to put this back. That is so nice of you to say that. I really appreciate that. Really, man. Thank you. Cheers. Yeah, I've had a strange one, man. I feel like I haven't really got a community on YouTube, yet I have one on DLive. And I've spent so long trying to build the YouTube community, yet DLive turned up right at that critical time, and I feel like that grew quicker and more naturally than YouTube. Yeah. But we are very, very near to the end of a lousy sunset here, folks. So we're going to wrap this up. We're going to wrap this stream up, I guess. And anytime, mate. Keep chipping away. I've learned heaps tuning in. Oh, well, man, I really... So Peach, can I ask you this? Did you come across from YouTube? How did you wind up on DLive and my channel? Was that because of a restream where I was saying, come over to dlive.tv/givesaminute, or were you already here? Like, how did you wind up here? Before we wrap it up, because we're gonna... I mean, the idea was a sunset, and that's definitely happened. So let's get close to wrapping it up, but I'm just intrigued by that.
Wow! Wow! Wow!
YouTube, I came from the restream. Hell yeah, Peach. Dude, that is so cool, man. I really appreciate you coming over. So that means my idea of the restream is working. Even if it's just 1 or 2 or 3 people. Hell yeah, Peach. I appreciate you being... And man, thank you for coming over to DLive and giving DLive a shot. Given all the crap that's happened on DLive in the last 6 months, it's nice to see someone saying, hey man, I saw you on YouTube, I was already over there, and you kept promoting this DLive place, and now I'm on DLive. Dude, that's sick, man. That's cool. You've 13 viewers or not, you've made my night, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's cool. Thanks, Ben, and great stream. Great video. Let's wrap this up here, folks. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wind the stream up. I'm not gonna be able to host anyone. That's not a feature I have available to me on the IRL streams, but I can wrap this stream up.
Bees, ease, cheese, ease,
so I want to say thank you all for being here with me, even though I don't understand why my IRL content is so lowly ranked. I might have got it wrong, but I consider this stuff tenfold better than my normal desk hotel room streams, yet they get way more views. I guess that's always the mystery with online content. You're never really gonna understand it, and I don't understand it at all. But thank you for being here with me. Thank you for contributing financially to help me to do this. I've got 2 4G connections and a live view solo, which cost $1,800. All this shit costs money to do this IRL. It's not cheap, and I'm doing what I can. So I appreciate you who've contributed to help me to do that. That said, I think I'm going to do another one tomorrow night. I've got an idea of a place I want to go to. I'm going to double check it, but I think it could be a good spot to be like a beautiful, like almost like a 360 view of just like Australia with like, not coastal, so no water, just landscape. And I was there a while ago and I checked my 4G, and I think we could be good. So maybe that'll happen tomorrow. But I want to thank you either way. Thank you for being here with me on this stream, and I'm going to end this I'm going to wrap this up here, and I will see you all very, very soon on the DLive or the YouTube. Gives a minute. That's the channel. Gives a minute.